It's so amazing.
Why? Why are you so far from me? I'm trying my hardest to hide it, with all that's within me to fight it. The world trying to break me in pieces. Forgiveness been too far to reach it. Through all of this confusion, the things I've been accused of, all that I've been losing, it's you I've been pursuing. You get it all right now, quiet in the storm right now. Turn away the frown to a smile from the child. You've been carrying me this the whole while. I done prayed night and day, on my knees every way. Father, I'ma stay here till I hear your word clear, trying to know your alternatives. Please cleanse me, take care of me. Your strength made perfect through weakness. You know where, yet everywhere. You can end it all with a word at the same time. I'll be delivered and restored. You see me, you see me, just once I want to hear your voice.
I've been here from the start. I know that my word hidden deep in your heart. Yeah. From you I never depart. Just know these problems won't last, so remain steadfast to me. I know you struggle to carry all this weight on your shoulder. Hard to keep your composure, but just know it ain't over till I say it's over. It ain't over. Yeah, you were called, you were chosen. I rebuilt everything that was broken. I multiply what the enemy stolen. Cause to my word is what you keep on holding on to. I pour my favor on you. I know everything you go through. You have to see the blessings unfold. It's the song of joy. It's the song of joy. You have to see the blessings unfold. It's the song of joy. Well done, my son.
It's so amazing.
Unto all the world, that they may know that I come. Thus saith the Lord. I was here before anything began. I'm the creator of earth and heaven. Any God shown that within my hands is the result of the fall of man. All I ask for is you to believe and have the faith of a mustard seed. When I done gave you everything you need, the sense, sure as I live, I will move every minute to love you. Sure as I live, I will be against anyone against you. Sure as I live, you are my possession. Sure as I live, you have my protection. Sure as I live, sure as I live. I'm returning back to earth real soon to do away with all ungodly rule. Make Jerusalem city of the King, be liberated in the angel sings. There be no wars and no more death, and the lion lay beside the dish, and the nations all become as one. The sense, sure as I live, I will bring to pass everything I told you. Sure as I live, the righteous will reign and go forth as I am. Sure as I live, I'm coming with justice. Sure as I live, it will be established. Sure as I live, sure as I my feet, my head, my back. I did all that to win you. Cause I can do it. My feet, my head, my back. Like I can do it. To win you. Cause I can do it. My feet, my head, my back. Like I can do it. To win you. Cause I can do it. My feet, my head, my back. Like I can do it. To win you. Cause I can do it. My feet, my head, my back. Like I can do it. To win you. Cause I can do it.
Second Chronicles
It's so
7:14.
amazing.
If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and heal
You
their land.
began with a plan that involved every angel, creature, woman, man. You are love, and the greatest wonder the world could ever think of. You give your mercy, compassion, your love for us is everlasting. Your will be done, your kingdom come, you are the one. Elohim, you the created being, perfection of what you see. You are God, our Father, Jehovah, omniscient and excellent.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, no height, no depth, nor other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is
You
in
the
Christ
Word
Jesus our Lord.
in the Son, manifested in Jesus. Your blood was the church being born. Every storm in my life passes over when you would crown of thorns. You heal all disease, we grieve, you come to see. You raised the dead, gave sight to those couldn't see. You the Lion, the Lamb, seed of David, the great I am. Hey, and the credit to you that today I'm the man I am.
And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another comforter to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him, but you know him, for he lives with you. And
All
he
these
shall be
trials
in
in my life remind me of Christ. So repetitive with sins, I just couldn't seem to get it right. Your spirit in me convict me to the shame of my repentance. All this fighting and resistance led to his ascension. I'm so true to this religion. They tried to murder me in prison. Had to change what I was doing so my sin wouldn't rub off on my children. I remember them drugs in the building. I remember them guns on civilians. I remember laying down with all the women in a pool full of lust when I was swimming. I fell, rebelled, cold nights and no cells. And I learned of your son, 2 boys, 3 nails. You breathe, I grieve. You receive what you teach. Empower me with gifts for the works of the church. See, I'm sealed, I'm healed. My God, yeah, it's real. My cup runneth over by the Spirit of Jehovah.
We went to the catacombs, and you go down there, and they say there's 100,000 Christian martyrs buried down there. 100,000.
It's so
There's
amazing.
500,000 Christians. 100,000 people killed for Christ. Wow! And you just go in there, and you're literally just touching their tombs. And there's full size, and there's even little ones for children down there.
Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Trying to be no hero, but I think I'm everywhere around. In the land of the Judas, with Satan and Buddhists, Muslims and Catholics, I'ma unmask it. Do this biblical fashion. Not overreacting, even my tactics. Indoctrinal acid that'll eat at these facets. Come with your ratchets, your killers and shooters, apostles and prophets. You will not prosper in the words of my Father. And I hope that you bother all of this vanity and this fake Christianity. Dojo and homo's a definite no-no, and I get to say so. Logo Commando, heard of me, word to me. You better murder me urgently if you decide that you ever gonna come in the end with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go. Be in it to win it and do it to the finish. Do murder represent the life of a Christian. Injury agent, we hated and traded, forbidden to witness it like crucifixion. United, defiant, they can't keep it fired. Our blood caught and fighting, we martyrs united. I ain't tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go. I done took it to the middle where they get away, the inner city, all around the world with my life on the line. Every time at the time, got the Christ on my side. Everybody telling me that I am out of my mind like Los, you a clown with it. You need to simmer down with it. But buddy, I'm a loud Christian in places where they don't allow Christians. Like Korea, China, yeah, they need a reminder. So we leave to go free all these people in need of the king, cause he's the Messiah. They can threaten me so, even if I get beheaded on stone. Every day I gotta let it be known. All you're doing is sending me home. I know. In the dance with the lions, all my friends can deny it. I will stand on business and not be moved. This is true to the end, I am fighting. Cause what kind of man would I be if I did it to the world this news and I kept it to myself, knowing that I had the power for all of them to see that the Lord is indeed calling them home. Like the end with the lines, we in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines, we in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines, we in the line of fire for the Messiah. Tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go. Be in it to win it and do it to the finish. The murder represent the life of a Christian. Injury agent, we hated and traded, forbidden to witness it like crucifixion. United, defiant, they can't keep it fired. Our blood caught and fighting, we martyrs united. I ain't tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go. We live in Christian persecution, new sex violate our constitution, looting in the world of then confusion. Lockdown, you in Satan's institution. We fake many massacres, ambassadors who signed the laws and flaws to chain and murder us and gather us. Free in Christ to preach and teach to read your right to know your right. Pull me out the jaws of life, we none alike. I live my life, born again, slave to Christ. All my fights victorious. Casualties are part of war, the deadest war. Communist activists, the lies you twist, the stones you kiss. False idol worshippers, Morpheus, red and blue, lies of truth imposed who belong to you. To the saints there in Africa and Muslim states who hate your faith. They can never take Christ away. Hold to faith, never betray your Lord. The sword can cut so what, but not so much to just give up. Not trust to hear and fear more real to him and grim to them. You them condemn, offended, and in a line of fire. Christ Messiah, I'ma spread it as I live and die. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go. Be in it to win it and do it to the finish. The murder represent the life of a Christian. Injury agent, we hated and traded, forbidden to witness it like crucifixion. United, defiant, they can't keep it fired. Our blood caught and fighting, we martyrs united. I ain't tryna be no hero, but I take them everywhere I go.
Okay, I'm one of the ones, a new creation, one who believes I am a child of God, a holy nation, friend of the king. I am protected and I am loved, I am an heir, so on the seas, I've been forgiven, I have been freed, I have been chosen, I've been redeemed. Okay, I'm one of the ones. One of who? One of the unashamed, I mean unashamed. Never do I hesitate or doubt to call upon his name. Call him mighty God, call him Jesus Christ. He's the King of Kings, he's the one who reigns. He's the Alpha, Omega, Jehovah, and we give him glory because he is the one. Yeah, do we walk through the valley? We will not fear any evil. We running and not growing weary. And soaring on wings like we eagles. We getting rid of our pride and stepping away from our ego. We keep our lips from telling lies. Our tongues from speaking the evil. We got on the armor of God. The belt, the truth, the shoes, the peace. We know that the devil's a lie. The word about him will lose and sleep. We been depending on God. He said his grace is all we need. So where we keeping our minds? We keeping our minds stayed on me. Cause he is the one. I done been in the world, but I never been friends with the world. Maybe because I'm not of the world, I don't follow the world. Even if I'm meant to take an out, then it's probably out of this world. I'm a model of the world, I'm a represent God on this earth. In and outside of the church, the Father is first. I don't have a physical Bible, but baby, my Bible at work. I know God is the one that supplies me with all that I need. That is through Jesus Christ, and I'm certain that all things are possible if you believe. So keep on speaking life. I know from the love of God that nothing can separate me. Not even death, either life. I know poverty catches up with too much slumber or sleep. So I'ma just sleep at night, and the Lord is my strength. Well, who should I be afraid of? I fall on my knees and repent. He's better than what I done gave her. If I am the one being sent, Satan gon' see what I'm made of. Man, if you had any sins, I'm telling you now, he would change her. It's a delicate thing when I say I'm a step for the king. I put that on everything. With a mess, I'm clean. I don't mess with the devil, it stinks. I love and respect Elohim, he be setting us free. We know that all things are working together, declare and decree. Do you know of all the things God is preparing for me? No, it's never been seen. Okay, I'm one of the ones, a new creation, one who believes I am a child of God, a holy nation, friend of the king. I am protected and I am loved, I am an heir, so on the seas, I've been forgiven, I have been freed, I have been chosen, I've been redeemed. Okay, I'm one of the ones. One of who? One of the unashamed, I mean unashamed. Never do I hesitate or doubt to call upon his name. Call him mighty God, call him Jesus Christ. He's the King of Kings, he's the one who reigns. He's the Alpha, Omega, Jehovah, and we give him glory because he is the one.
He lived his life for me. In Christ I've been set free. His spirit lives in me and always pray for me. My Lord, my God, my life's so hard. These scars so far tearing me apart. This day, tomorrow, remind me of my place in your kingdom to resisting temptation. I need some time alone so I can hear from you, Lord. Distraction, doubts, delay me from worship, pray. Come now, prepare my heart so I can be where you are. Take from me anything not you to make me more just like you. He lived and died for me. In Christ I've been set free. His spirit lives in me and always I depend on you. Whatever I go through, you're my refuge and my tower, the breaker of my shackles. With me you in the fire, and you I have the power this hour. So I seek your face. So I need some time alone so I can hear from you, Lord. Distraction, doubts, delay me from worship, pray. Come now, prepare my heart so I can be where you are. Take from me anything not of you and make me more just like you. He lived and died for me. In Christ I've been set free. His spirit lives in me and always pray. Your love for me made a way for me to become one of yours, not part of this world. I'm free, I live no longer for me. It's Christ, God's Son, who bled, died for me. I'm free, I live no longer for me. God's Son, He lived, He died for me. He lived and died for me. In Christ I've been set free. His spirit lives in me and always pray for me. My Lord, my my God, my life's so hard.
And always pray for me. It's so amazing.
I know you're real, I know you here, I know you live, I feel you here. Your blessed son, your spirit come, everything you done, Lord, you are the one worthy of worship, sovereign in mercy, omnipotent, awesome in glory. Angels in the heavens praise you, we were made in the very image of you. Holy Father, living waters, took away my sins, your family I'm part of, you ain't even bothered, cause you are the author of this life, so in Christ is nothing I'm afraid of. I choose you over any woman I love, or anything offered in this world. Salvation is to know it apart from you, Lord. I praise you, everything you say in your word, no another day you deserve. Worship in the heavens and earth, but you, Lord, I praise you. It's not enough with you, nothing that's made can compare to you. You are the one who gave me life, my reason being, you're my God and King. Lord, I adore you, humble before you, I'm so unworthy. How can you love me after everything that I did? Forgiving me my sins as though I never did. I'm so thankful, grateful also. My Redeemer lives, Christ the living King. From the tribe of Judah, God gave us a Savior. No one else can save us, that's why we got favor. I choose you over any woman I love, or anything offered in this world. Salvation is to know it apart from you, Lord. I praise you, everything you say you were. No another day you deserve you. Worship in the heaven and earth, but you, Lord, I praise you. I praise you. I praise you. I praise you. Within me, God did it for me. God go before me. Praise you for me. Read up the story. Father of mercy, you're more worthy. Son of redemption, spirit of cleansing. I choose you over any woman I love, or anything offered in this world. Salvation is to know it apart from you, Lord. I praise you. Everything you say in your word, no another day you deserve. Worship in the heavens and earth, but you, Lord, I praise you. I praise you. I praise you. I praise you. Do you?
Yes, 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 yes. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My lovely, beautiful, mighty women of God. It is such an honor to have y'all this evening. Thank you for all your love and support, my beautiful, lovely moderators, my lioness who guard the pride and keep the peace in the comments. God bless you all. All my fellas, my day one homies, and all the men out there. Hey, thank you. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Yes, 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 yes. I hope y'all hearts is prepared to have a good time. And we, you know, this is a community that we talk about a lot of things. Well, or the same thing, but different mess, huh? Same thing, but different mess, ain't it? Well, ain't that what it is? Oh, my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. What are we doing? KJ say Claressa lost the ESPY. Hell, what was she supposed to win it for? Why would she even be nominated? You only had one fight of the same woman you fight 4 times. Why? Like, why she don't get it's a joke? Why she don't get it's a joke? After all these women that's in competition competing, with numerous, multiple opponents, but you gonna get nominated for fighting the same woman you fight 4 times and won all 4 times. Yeah, of a woman you beat up when you was 16. You beat up when you was 16. Like for real. If you whooped her when you was 16, like, do we expect for her to get you back when she's 40? Nah. No. Shame on her for believing they actually meant nominating her. Shame on her. She don't get the point. Ain't that something? Shame on you, girl. You don't get the point. That they only nominating you to show women who not to be. Okay? Hey, I'm about to nominate you. Yeah. You know you ain't finna get no damn award for being a good woman. You ain't finna get no damn award to represent blackness. You're not finna get no damn award that actually represents us. Yeah, which remind me, I'm surprised the way this world going, I'm surprised they didn't give it to you. Hell, they love to give awards to idiots and fools to make us look bad. Hell, I'm surprised you didn't get it. Let me take that back. Hell, you in this day and age, I wouldn't have been surprised they gave you the BET or ESPY award. But that go to show you they don't even like you, because they usually give people them awards who messy. But they don't. It's a damn shame when people who enjoy mess don't even want to deal with you. My gosh. What are we doing here? That's how it is, though, right? So we got some things to talk about. Y'all know me. Y'all know, I get surgical with this. But I want to talk about some things, man. And we need to really, really, really see some of this, man. We really do. Like, some of y'all got involved in this story like late. Just keeping it real. Some of y'all got involved in this story like a little late. Okay? Y'all did. And thank you, Queen Laker, for the super chat. I appreciate that, Mama. Thank you so much. Some of y'all came in on this conversation a little bit late. So we gonna update y'all on this. This story been going on for 4 years. It really have. One of the things I find amazing is how foolish. We know Claressa Shields is foolish. But I know one thing that's surprising a lot of us, not really. I need 2 of my people up here, man. I need to have some conversation. We're going to talk tonight. I need Angel and Felicia up here because we need some assistance. We're going to get right to it tonight. We finna talk. We need to have some grown-up conversations, all right? So I need Angel and I need Felicia to come up here because I love to have smart women opinions on things. Women perspectives I respect. You know what I mean? So, but I want to talk about something, man. Y'all see the title of how I put the title. This is exactly how I titled this, okay? I titled this, Claressa Shields was setting Remy and Papoose up from the very beginning. And I'm going to prove that without a doubt. She set them up from the very, very beginning. Okay? Now, like I told people, this story go back 4 years, okay? This all go back 4 years. So this has been going on for the past 4 years now. Remy got exposed for having sex with Easy the Block Captain that actually just, made the internet explode, right? But as a result of that, Claressa Shields took it upon herself to reach out to Remy and them. That's when she first reached out to Remy and them, when you actually do the mathematics on what's going on. When the scandal hit and broke, that's when she was reaching out to Remy Martin, right? I'm going to show y'all some stuff, right? When Papoose was on Vlad, right? When Papoose was on Vlad, right? Papoose called himself being smart. Papoose called himself being smart. So silly. Because he was trying to cover for when people was basically saying things like, oh, guess what? Pap and Claressa been messing with each other way before the Easy them, trying, So he wanted to basically clean that up and try to timestamp when they actually first started seeing each other. So he went and put it up, and basically, this is what he was saying on the Vlad TV thing. So he was saying this. This is what he was saying, right? Go back a little bit.
Is we met at the Shakur Stevenson fight in New Jersey, right? But the next day after we met, we talked through the DM, and she said, hey, great, it was great meeting you, Papoose. But when you talk through a DM, what does it have on it, Vlad?
Emojis?
No.
I don't know.
No. What? On a DM, because all of this stuff is documented on social media. So when things are documented, what do they have? The time. What else? Timestamp in the day.
Ha, nothing. You ain't do nothing but just tell on yourself, partner. That's what you did. Let's go back. The timestamp, the date, ha. But you circled July 7th, 2024. And even though under that, it actually says this, right? Watch this. It actually says this. Good morning, Papoose, right? It was nice meeting you. Yeah. Wait, but what's above is actually y'all first interaction with each other. It wasn't July 7th, 2024. One of these, right, messages that y'all deleted, that you deleted when you showed this to Vlad from your DMs, you deleted the conversation that was 2 years before this. Yes, I would agree y'all met each other for the first time 2024. I agree to that. Can't get around that. I'm gonna deal with the facts. But what the facts is also showing that y'all were interacting with each other in 2022, right around the time where Remy was being exposed and stuff on the Easy to Block Cabin situation that was going on in 2022, that was talked about on the internet, especially in the battle rap community. Let's stay there for 1 second. That's when she first started talking to both Remy Ma and Papoose during the time that they were going through what they were going through. We have a word for that. The word we call that is checking the temperature. That's what you call checking the temperature. You see what's going on between the two. So you make it your bit. See, this is how the devil play. This is how the devil play. She watching like everybody else watching on the internet, like, whoa, oh, wow. Let me get in on this. So she go in and she inbox Remy and she inbox Papoose, checking the temperature. All the whole while, her intentions is seeing if opportunity gonna present itself where she could do her little dirty work by taking advantage of what they going through right now. So she checking the temperature, because even though she know this stuff is just hitting the internet, we know they've been together for a long time. And usually when couples been together that long, they may find a way to work it out, seeing the long history they got with each other. Plus they got a child also. Plus they're in love with each other still, even though this scandal came out. So I just can't go out there head first, but I could play along, make myself available to lure Remy Ma into believing I need her help. What we saw her doing. Hey, Remy, could you help me? Do you have a stylist? Using the things. See, look how the enemy work. Using the things she know Remy is known for. Clothes, hair, makeup. According to her, she said she never cared about those things. She never cared about those things. She just now started wearing makeup. But in 2022, you inboxing Remy for makeup tips. At a time where they going through what they going through with the Easy to Black Cabin situation. Y'all peeping what's going on here? You see what's happening here? Then she also hit Pap up, but leaving it right there. But so he could be aware of my presence. When I double back on you later on, depending on what I'm watching, that opportunity presenting for me to do what I really want to do, which I'm going to show you something else. Right? So not only do she do that, right? We also find out, even in the process of doing this, we also find out this. While she's acting like she want to be a friend, an associate to Remy, here's the thing I'm confused with. And if Felicia and Angel could help me with this, because I still ain't got this part put together yet. And some of you women in the comments, and this one thing I love about women. I love when women get on other women, because y'all read them well. Y'all recognize signs, just like men. When men get on other men, yeah, we read it well. We see things a woman won't normally see because they ain't a man. Women see things normally that a man won't see because they not a woman. So that's why, again, I'm glad I got both Felicia and Angel up here, because I do respect their minds when it comes to reality and life. And being that these are two believing women who believe in God, they're going to see things in the truth, not feelings and opinions. So I'm saying to say this. Angel and Felicia, here's the thing I'm trying to put together, right? That I still have yet to put together. And it's this part right here. So you have Claressa paying attention to what's exploding on the line, like everybody else is when Easy and Remy Ma, Papoose and them things going along. Then she go in both Remy's and Papoose's inboxes to basically give her introduction before them. Only for us to find out what the true intentions were, seeing that she wasn't really Remy's friend, like Remy was believing that she was in there to be. So my question to y'all is this. This is my question. When you looking at these time frames and you seeing what's going on now, you see Papoose deleted what was actually said up there, but only trying to reveal the part when they first met, but deleted what was introduced from the beginning. What do y'all think about that part when you see that for right now? What do you think about that? One at a time.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Right out the gate, there's something to be hidden, obviously, because he clearly was not forthcoming about what was happening to his wife, obviously, with the situation happening at that time. But just from what you just shared with me, because again, I really became introduced to this whole story this year. But just thinking about how that works, he just really didn't have the right intentions in the beginning. I just, obviously, if they were already they were already separating and having their own problems. For her to do that, again, like you said, she was already very intentional about what her motive was. And her motive just wasn't right, because number one, if you're inboxing somebody's husband, she didn't, have the right intentions out the gate. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, just what you said. I'm just trying to see what else I could add to that. But again, when I DM somebody, I have an intention, right?
Right.
And there's no way that she just inboxed him, without knowing what was happening. And obviously the story, I do remember the story behind her following him, right? From, I guess, around 15 years old. Is that right? She's always following.
Watching them on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, watching them on. So she was very familiar with this
them.
couple. Right.
With
them as a couple.
Right.
So there was no way, so like you say, time, we always hear that term, timing is everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you've been watching them all this time, and now all of a sudden when they're having, their problems in their relationship, now all of a sudden you have an urgency or a need to inbox the husband separate from the wife. Again, that's sneaky.
What do you think about her inboxing them both though? Because she inboxed them both.
Again,
that's why I called it checking the temperature. Because that's how I look at that. Like, she was checking the temperature because she inboxed them both.
Yeah. Yeah, when you inboxing the husband and the wife separately out the gate, there's a problem, right? You already know there's some motives that's just not okay. And again, I'm thinking, she was just trying to fill out the situation at the time to see who was going to respond. And like you said, just being very snaky, for lack of a better term, not just sneaky, but snaky, and again, slithering in. And again, that's how the enemy work, right?
Right.
When you vulnerable, and their relationship was vulnerable and they were obviously not communicating to each other at that time. Now she's just trying to see who's going to be the first, I guess, to kind of take that bait.
Right. And actually riding the wave on what's happening to actually fill out again. It's like, this is what I get from it. Okay. I get, so she watching what once was solid that she believed by watching it as a teenager.
Right.
Then she seeing it explode on the internet, like, dang. Then she take it upon herself to inbox them both. And in her mind, she like, I hope they respond. Only to find out that both of them responded.
Mm-hmm.
Remy respond. She act like, hey, I need your help. Hey, you look good. Who do your makeup, your clothes? I need a stylist. Even though you don't even care about none of this. Pap hit you back. Whatever that conversation may have been, that's deleted. Right. He hit you back. So now you got them both there, right? But apparently we see that you continually it's inboxing Remy. From that point on, it's continually. But it's like you're like gathering what her mood may be. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is she still interested? Is she still trying to work on her marriage? You get what I mean? Whatever information you can get out of her, while at the same time knowing he'll respond to me if I hit him. But I can't really do that because I don't know what's going on because they both still live together. They still under the same roof. So I ain't finna just put myself out there like that when I'm talking to Remy consistently. But at least I know that Pap did respond to the point that he's aware of who I am. And I'm pretty sure by now his wife probably told him that she talked to me also too, because I wouldn't doubt that at all. You know what I mean? That Remy basically ran it by Pap that she be talking to Claressa Shields frequently because they were talking quite frequently for at least 2 years straight. So I'm pretty sure that Papoose had knowledge of that. I'm pretty sure that. You know what I mean? Not only that, I'm pretty sure Claressa probably said that to Remy too, just so that she could cover her own tracks and be like, "Oh, I inboxed you and Pap to see how y'all was doing." You get what I mean? I don't think she left that unchecked to some degree, because at the same time, she being real sneaky, she being real slick with it. They don't know her motives and intentions. So at the same time, it's like, this is what this girl do. So she's a master cheater and deceiver. So she's covering her tracks at the same time, plotting at the same time. Do you see that?
Yeah, and like you were saying earlier, women know women, and I'm thinking out the gate, maybe she actually sincerely thought that this girl needed help. This woman was reaching out to her, and
I
she
believe she
kind of,
did.
yeah, she
I
kind of
believe she
seeing
did.
her up and coming in her industry,
Right.
and her, so she really just, we genuinely, and obviously the age difference, she
Right.
might be looking at her like a little sister, and
Right.
you know, we go, we try to help each other a lot
Right.
of
Because
times.
at the time, Claressa Shields would have been in her 20s and Remy was still in her 40s.
Right, right.
Yep.
And I'm thinking about, and then again, how the enemy work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the weakest link, and just when you think of even how Satan came to Eve, right?
Right.
Adam and Eve, he
Right.
always try to plot, and again, he's always slithering, by them not necessarily having a relationship with God, or just not in the right space anyway because of what was going on in their own relationship. That's how, she just set it up. She set it up with one agenda, at least on the surface, but yet and still I'm thinking her motive still was just still to do what she did, just try to see who was going to take that bait first.
Angel, what's your take so far?
I think you attract yourself, and because you attract yourself, I think they're all the same person. I think the fact that Papoose had to delete it shows his intentions weren't good anyway, which is probably why he attracted her. I think her intentions weren't good because I think she had several agendas all rolled up in one. I think she was looking for her way into what she believes is stardom. I think she reached back to what she always knew growing up and the infatuation she had with this couple, not this man, but this couple. And because she was looking for stardom, she attempted to use both of them as a gateway. I think Clarissa was casting her net, and it didn't matter which one she caught. I think she was going to try to get wrapped up with either one that took the bait. But I think they both took the bait because they were taking the bait from themselves, so to speak, if that makes sense. They attracted themselves. Remy was in that same space, which is why um, things happened the way it happened, and so was Papoose. So
I
that's
can
my
see
thought
that.
on it.
I like that too, especially when you say she was wrapped up in the couple. So do you believe that? Do you believe that she? Do you believe that she may have really liked Remy or was more envious of Remy when you say wrapped up in the couple? Because I could see her. Okay, so when the friend put it out there that she actually they used to watch it together. They used to watch Love and Hip Hop together, and she knew her infatuation of wanting a man like Papoose. Like for one time, a lot of women used to say that too. Like there used to be sort of like a slogan thing, like men need to be more like Papoose type stuff because he had that reputation of being faithful, loyal, holding things down, honoring his wife, and you know what I mean, just being loyal, right? So you see Claressa Shields, and it'll make a lot of sense when you see her background, like she been raped and abused ever since she was a child, people putting her down, uh, um, and it's like in your mind you create a hero for yourself only for you to look on TV and one day hope you could be saved by one of these persons you come across on TV, and you want that to be real for you in your real life. So I could see her in these reality shows like so many of these young girls into right now. A lot of these reality shows like we were talking about yesterday, a lot of these young girls into the baddies, so they be watching these things and it's like a soap opera to them of everyday life, right? But you also have at the time when social media and reality shows were just now starting to boom, the Love and Hip Hop, where you watching it, it's like urban for blacks, and you got Papoose representing a man of honor and loving his wife. Then you got Remy, who's the woman out of prison and trying to get back on her feet on this road to success with her husband, and they represent this black love. So you got Claressa sitting there being abused, being disrespected, self-esteem ain't high, struggling in her life. So in her mind, she creates a hero. She creates this.
No, it's a competition.
A competition as far as what?
So I think what Claressa was doing is Claressa was in a fight for everything that she represented. So
what you mean? Okay, take this back a little bit. I just want you to take me back a little bit. What you mean in a fight for everything she represented? Because
let me tell you what I mean by that.
Okay, when you say, I just want to make sure that we on the same page. Because are you also equating her struggle too?
Yes.
Okay.
She was in competition with everything that was Claressa's childhood, where she grew up, what she looked like, how she dressed, what she smelled like, what her hair looked like, what a good man and woman relationship looked like, what makes her validated versus what make people laugh at her. She was in competition with that. So everything that she went through, she systematically said, I'm going to defeat each of these characters, each of these categories. That's why if I'm famous, what my life was like before is irrelevant, right? I won. It's a competition to her. All these people that maybe took advantage of me, I'm going to get someone that now I'm going to represent gold love, black love, whatever, that loves me out loud in front of everybody. That defeats all of that, right? It's all a competition to her. Everybody that she beefs with and all of that stuff, it's all a competition. Yes, she put her eyesight on the couple, but she put her eyesight on a couple as a gateway. And I think she was always in competition with that couple, but wanting and needing that couple at the same time to achieve what her ultimate goal is. That is what I believe. I think it's all a competition. And it's all a competition because if her life looks different for a longer period of time than what it looked before, she won.
Do you believe? But see, okay. Here's the thing where I'm at on this. I get that now. I can see that now. But I'm talking about going back to when she was 15, 16 years old, watching them on Love and Hip Hop. Right. You think that's what it was even then? Because I couldn't really, okay. Because my only thing is I don't really see it like that when she's 15, 16. But again, it's all opinionated. But I see when I look back on what we know about her, like they said, okay, her cousin Shalita said this. She couldn't even get her way to the Olympics. They had to put GoFundMe's up for her at the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And they talking about how like she didn't really have nothing. She was struggling. So I don't see her in competition at the age of 15, 16. I see her. But this was my. I heard you. But that's why I wanted to make sure when I said this in the beginning, when I said, are you equating when she was struggling and her when she was struggling financially? Because when a person going through those phases, for the most part, you want to be rescued and saved. And when and I'm putting myself into now again, when I'm going off a man to some degree, but also reality to some degree. And I only say that to say this. I can recall when I was younger, being in poverty too, watching famous people on TV wanting their life,
right?
Hoping that they might could rescue and save me. Hope I could bump it, run across these people one time. Especially, you remember how like coming up, it used to be like, oh, how you get your start? One day I was singing and I met such and such who were famous. They heard me and put me on. And you just, when you in poverty and you struggling and you in front of that TV set and you watching these celebrities and things like that, there's a part of you that want that life. And there's a sense of wanting to be rescued. by somebody from that world by which your life could be made better because you're unhappy with where it at right now. And all I'm saying is, see, and that's why again, I can't really speak the feelings of a woman who actually being sexually abused and what in her mind she want to be delivered from. Even I know from the abuse, but the other emotional scars that come with that, by which she now looks at life on what she decides to take on and allow, even if being an adult now, because of that past history that she may have been involved with. Like she speak about how it was so traumatizing. She didn't really start speaking till she was like 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. You know what I mean?
I agree with all of that, but listen to let me say it differently. Let me say it differently. Clarissa hasn't healed from all of that trauma that you speak about. And because she didn't heal from it, it turned into like hate. It turned into an agenda. It turned into I'm going to fix this. I'm going to show everybody type of mindset. So when you talk about her at 15 and wanting to be rescued and all that, I do agree with you on that. But when you have turned in your trauma into I'm going to show everybody that I want to be rescued becomes this is the blueprint and this is what I'm going after to get that achieved, which means she is systematically through her life. It's all a competition step. She is going after what she deemed was that blueprint, and she's going to get it by any means necessary. So that's why I say it's a competition from her old life. She's fighting against that so that she can show this is who I am now. And if I'm broke and all of that, we had to get GoFundMe's to go to the Olympics. That is why she constantly talks about I am constantly talking about her money, what she's spending in the store, showing her receipts, all of the stuff that she do is because she is trying to make that old part disappear. She's in competition with it, and that's why I say that.
BT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about what you just said about, like you said, as a young girl. I'm thinking back to being 15, and because of all of what she went through, I agree. She probably was, in my mind, having some kind of fantasy. And I think a lot of times, if we honest, women, they tend and we can tend to develop our emotions and our feelings and potentially get fixated on some things, and I thinking like based on her history, it's possible that she just again was not in reality. Like she just had this whole idea because she started watching them so early on, and of course everything else played a role in it. I think all this stuff was happening along the way. Here she is watching this couple. She's watching, like you said, the life that she wants, and seeing, and if she was not emotionally intelligent, which is really because of all the trauma, she didn't have folks really guiding her in the right way on how to handle relationships. A lot of times, even with the history of them now, they from my understanding, they all okay with married, dating married men or whatever the case may be. And I just think a lot of that played a role, like her background, if she wasn't raised to even know how to have a relationship, and then again having this fantasy, and then once these opportunities were allotted, now she's in these inboxes and doing these things just to see where she can get, because of who she was now. And of course, she was able to work her way up through her career to that point at that time.
Nah, I think she's a narcissist, and narcissists, I believe, are created in their youth because of what they went through, and because of that, that strategy started very early, and that's why I just see the way she said. I don't think she was obsessed with Papoose. I think she was obsessed with the couple, which is she was going to go through that doorway by either one, which means this is why you see her copying Remy, her clothes, her hair, her conversation, her tone of voice, all her cadence, all of that stuff. It's because that was the blueprint. It's like a map on your wall and you pin it. This is what it looks like to win. And that's what she went after. And that's why you see her with both. One with the relationship, the other with the copying, because that was the pen, the blueprint that she attached herself to when she was 15 or whatever age she was.
And do you believe that the Easy to Block Captain scandal opened that door for her?
I do believe it opened that door for her. I do believe Claressa was going to try it, even if Easy wasn't there. I just think the
You think
pieces
she'd have
fell
tried
quick.
it without the scandal? Because I
Yeah,
definitely believe the scandal opened that door. Because do you really think she may have would have tried that knowing the nucleus we knew of Remy's and Pap Black love, that she'd have put herself out there trying that when it hadn't been really exposed that it was actually kinks in that situation? You think she'd have put herself
I
out
think
there like
she
that?
would have became the kink had there not already been kinks, which is why she tried to reach out to both of them and not as a collective couple separately. I think, it was kind of like,
Right. Okay, I get that. I could get
you know what I
I could
mean?
see that, but I still don't. I don't think. Okay, you know it's crazy because I'm giving her too much credit. I just think it'd have been foolish for her to go to try that without the Egypt and Block Captain scandal when you seeing how close they supposed to been to try that. But then again, it goes back to what you say, like she didn't reach out to them in DMs as a couple. She reached out to them individually, like again, casting a net, like you brought out earlier, like casting a net. Which one I'm gonna bite? Which one gonna bite? And they both answered.
And they both answered, which
Right,
which just helped it quicker for her. But I think she would have played that role. Eventually, that mood board and the oxtails and all of that would have
right.
became hanging out or something different, and those seeds would start be planting over there. And then the continuation with Pap until maybe something happened there. She would have been the kink. I don't think the easy would have stopped her from trying it if that wasn't happening. I think it made it easier for her.
And I agree, she was fixated on both of them in one sense. But again, we have to go back to her mental state. Like, again, we're talking about somebody, can she really, decipher right from wrong? And clearly her actions, even now, everything she's doing is seemingly wrong. If we look at, you know, what we consider to be moral compasses, and just, as it was said earlier, reading the room. She's not reading, she was never reading the room properly. But I do believe that, that opportunity opened up when she did see that their marriage was dismantling. So that was her opportunity to, like you say, try to get access to both him and her at the same time.
Okay, going back into that, um, going back into the conversation. So I don't. I'm trying. I'm just trying to see. I don't really see her mad at Remy as a teenager. I see her maybe envious of her life, wanting to have that for herself. And then when you see, like we talked yesterday, she always wanted to be she want to be a star. She want to be
Mhm.
there. And it's like it's there. I believe the Easy to Block Cabin situation made it available for her to actually go out on what she believed she could actually take her shot.
Mm.
Especially when you seeing how it's going, and then you watching what's happening. And cause let's just be honest, when that Easy thing did open up, it was open. It was open like Remy was actually being out seen with Easy. We saw the Christmas pictures. We saw them at games together. We saw them eating out at dinner together. So I'm watching. So Claressa is watching it unfold. She's watching it unfold.
Right.
And I believe that she used that as a to her advantage to actually start working on what we see going on right now. I just believe that she needed more from Remy to decide how far to go with Papoose. I believe that.
When you say she needed more, what do you mean?
Okay, so they've been talking for 2 years. They have been talking for 2 years straight. So whatever the nature of what that is, or what was being given, what was being shared, because if Claressa intentions and motives out the gate is to deceive and betray, then she's playing a game of pretend to get as much information as she can to actually feed Papoose separately. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Or why she took it upon herself to say, hey, you want to come out to my fight? Which would be in another state away from Remy, by which you could have these conversations and talks that people will be doing and talking about. Because that conversation got to come up. That conversation got to come up of what's going on, because it's already on social media every day anyway. So you know what's coming up.
She was casting her net. She was trying to see who had the quickest pathway to her blow up. I do agree with what you're saying in terms of the Papoose thing. I think she was trying to angle with both of them, because she didn't ever tell Remy that her and Papoose was talking. She didn't tell Remy that, he going to her fights. Remy ran up on that on the phone, which tells me that she still was going to do both ends, because the agenda was not necessarily about any individual. It was about her goal. And another thing that proves that is, even when she was messing with Pap, she was still casting her net with Maserati. She was trying to get at 50. So it's about her pathway to her goal. Those were just the doorways for her. And I think she locked in on that when she was young and 15, but her goal was always what her goal was.
So what you think the goal was at the age of 15?
For her life to look different than what it was. So if I'm
you
poor and
you definitely want that change. When we see her family and what they be doing and how crazy that get. So you definitely want that changed and fixed. So yeah.
Absolutely. And so if you come from that life and you haven't seen a lot of a difference, and you watch a show, that show be those people on that show be the standard of what she's looking for, because she probably don't have that in her neighborhood to show her, right, to fixate on. So it's why she locked in on that. But the competition was always, I'm going to do better and different. I'm going to look different. The people that call me dirty, I'm going to look rich. The people that call me broke, I'm going to have money. The people that say I'm ugly, I'm going to have this big relationship in public and be famous and excuse my language, but basically shit on everybody for who they said I was versus and I think that's the competition that she's been having since she was young.
That's our whole conversation right now. Go ahead, though. That's our whole conversation. Everything you just said is our whole conversation now. That we see how aggressive she is towards Black women, and how personal she get when she attacks them. When she attacks them, it's coming from a place of what was said to her. Have you noticed that? You black, bald head, really black and bald head. Like,
just fighting her old self. That's where all this conversation is about. That's why I say what I say.
Yeah, I see that, and I definitely believe that door, that gateway gave her everything she needed to work with based upon what she saw was going on that she was using to her advantage to actually it's like she was playing chess without them even knowing that
Right.
she was playing the game. They didn't catch on to it till later on. You know what I mean?
I
They didn't
agree.
catch on to it till later on. And then when you seeing how that time frame and date is, like you literally came in when you saw them at odds with each other. You made it your business to personally seek them out when you saw them going through marital problems. That's why I said she was checking the temperature, because you still have to go in understanding the nature of their relationship that was already broadcasted, that everybody knew they represent black love. So you still have to know, in any experience and having any type of relationship with somebody, people get into it, but they come right back together. Even when it comes to cheating, people you especially when it comes to like women and things like that. You know what I mean? Like women are more forgiving than men are when it comes to cheating for the most part. You know what I mean? Like when a woman really love a man, and even though he may break her heart and mess around, for the most part, she's more lenient and forgiving than when it comes to a man finding out that you messed around with me with somebody else. Like a woman is more merciful to the point that because she is a nurturer, she tries to heal, she tries to reconcile, she tries to fight to keep her family, she tries to believe, she have a hope that is such a gift that even when things is wrong, she believes it can change, she believes it
Yeah.
can be fixed. So that's one thing about a woman that's so valuable, the gift of having hope. When men just out the gate be like, hell no, get up out of here. You know what I mean? It's like a bitterness that I won't let go, apart from a woman who's willing to let go if it can bring change.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So in that Raj, stop
I'm
with
with
these
you,
games,
Rise.
Raj. Nah.
I'm with you, Rise. 100%. I will black out quick. I get it. Mm.
So my whole thing is uh when you see the timeline, and I'm seeing when she went in their inboxes during the time the Black Captain explosion happened. So she's casting her net. They both answered. She playing both fields, and that's another thing. She loved the game right there. She loved the fact of knowing she's playing multiple person to actually map out her snaking and backstabbing. She loved that. Because I'm gonna give you another reason how I knew that. Remember when she got into it with Nigeria? And when she got into it with Nigeria, and Nigeria was being called out on actually supporting Claressa Shields behind what was going on, Nigeria made the statement and said, if I knew she was in their Remy's inbox before this Papoose thing, I wouldn't have been supporting her. Remember when she said that? Do y'all remember that in the comments when
I
Nigeria
remember.
made that statement? Yeah, so Nigeria made the statement like, I didn't know she was in their comments before this situation came out. And remember, this is Claressa's friend going back 11 years. So here's my question to both you and Felicia. Why didn't Claressa Shields let Nigeria know she had been inboxing Remy and Pap? That's what I'm asking y'all. I got my own reason why, but I'm asking y'all. Why didn't she let that be known to her best friend that she was in their inboxes? Why would she hide that?
I don't believe Nigeria personally.
Oh, you think Nigeria did know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she said she didn't.
Yeah, Nigeria said a lot of things, but the reality is let's historically think about what we know for sure about Nigeria.
Okay.
We know that she would send out fake narratives and things to cover up stuff. We know that Nigeria herself um, would deny stuff only to when they fell out would come back and say XYZ. So like I I'm showing no credibility to me. I wouldn't believe nothing that Nigeria said, nor Clarissa. I think they all knew.
I think women can be cunning. And I think in that example, she was working both sides, and that is possible. Yeah, it's possible that she just wanted to play and just do her, without one knowing, like the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. I do believe that is possible.
So you
Competition to her is it. She thrives in that world. She gets off in that world. Because think about it. Think about the silliness of her. When she gets her back pushed up against the wall behind some lies or some stuff she say, some of the things she says is we always want to talk about her, but Remy had a boyfriend and all of this stuff that she wants us to refocus on Remy and what Remy do, but she never wants to mention you were engaged and you were cheating on your fiance with Papoose, but she only wants to focus on Remy and Easy. I find that interesting. And the Maserati Buzz stuff, that is her world. That's her world.
so you believe Nigeria actually did know she was inboxing Remy and Pap?
I think she knew. She may not know the specifics on what about and all of that and where it was leading to, but Clarissa can't keep no secrets. And Clarissa, for somebody like Clarissa, that how she be trying to stunt on Brianna, Nene,
Right. Every time somebody's right,
Nigeria for
right.
the stuff to keep looking a certain way in their eyes, because in her mind she's their leader and stuff. You can't make me believe that she's not stunning on them like I
Yeah.
talked to Remy and
Right.
Papoose and this, because that's who she is. That
Right.
makes her look big to those people. So you
Right.
can't make me
Right.
believe she didn't do that. Now she may not know all the specifics, but you can't make me believe she didn't stun on that every time she talked to them.
So you believe Nigeria was just saying that to cover herself as a result of the backlash she started getting as a result of being with Clarissa Shields?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. And when you do think about it, that is true. Because Clarissa Shields, she can't keep secrets, and she do want to always make it known if anybody of reputation have reached out to her or talked to her. Because we see her do it all the time. Like, Megan Thee Stallion mentioned me. Oh, Lotto mentioned me. Rihanna mentioned me. Oh,
Yes.
so nah, she not gonna keep quiet. Especially if Remy styling her, giving
Right.
her recipes, and they
Right.
Netflixing and chilling. So hell no. Yeah,
Because
you
those are the same tactics she used to keep those girls in control. You can't make me believe she didn't say it.
to keep them in a circle because they believe that hey, we on the way, we on the come up. It's
Facts.
slowly but surely starting. So we seeing it in progress. Like okay, they reaching.
Facts.
Okay, they talking. Okay, okay. So yeah. That's true. That's true. That is a form and sense of control to keep them in line, to keep her secret, to uh 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 uh, uh follow this thing through. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, sis. I really can. Um, so going into the time frame, so we clearly show right here that Papoose deleted the messages from 2022 of what him and Clarissa Shields Meg was talking about. But I don't doubt that they did meet each other in person for the first time in 2024. But we do know that there was a line of communication with them in 2022. But here's the thing, right? So I want to show something else, right? So in this, we see she said this. Shouts out to Pillow Talker too. I like watching her too. And Moni. I like watching Moni too. The one and only Moni. Uh in Boxing Eagle. A lot of them. It's everybody in the community. Okay, so right here, she make this statement, right? So she make this statement and she says out of her mouth, right? She says, okay, hold on. This sister said Nigeria knows everything and she's still holding back. She knows Clarence's deepest secrets. I wouldn't doubt it. But here's the thing right here. So let's address this. So this was Claressa Shields. Earlier, she had said something. I got blogs coming out on this tomorrow, but I wanted to share this with you because this opened up some things that I want to address too. So in this, right, she says basically she was salty that women was inboxing Papoose and saying how diabolical and disgusting it was for them to actually be inboxing Papoose, knowing that her and Papoose is together. So she found that to be disgusting and trifling. Okay, cool. So this woman, Lakeisha Raphael, responds to Claressa in this chat that they was having. She said to her, "Didn't you do that very thing though?" LOL. Then Claressa said this, "Girl, I invited him to my fight and he was damn single. Shut y'all salty asses up." Okay, so according to Claressa Shields, when she invited Papoose out to her fight, he was single. The thing about that is, can you be single still married? Angel, Felicia, is there really a such thing of being single still legally married?
Not to me.
No,
No?
Not to me.
no, not at all.
What about when people say, yeah, you know, I'm still married, but we separated? Is that considered single?
No,
You started out the sentence with "I'm still married." No.
no.
I'm just saying, because some people believe that. I have heard women say that. Like, you'll be like, I have met women and, you know, and I ask, "Hey, you married?" She like, "I'm separated." I'm like, "Okay, what that means?" She's like, "I'm still married, but we're not together. I'm separated."
Married. They're married.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't consider that being single.
No.
It's not.
So it's still off limit. So it's still off limits until there's a legal divorce.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so when she say that Papoose was single when she invited him to her fight, okay, what's going on right here?
She lying, and she knows she lying, and she knows she lying because her text to him already revealed it that she knew they were sneaking and quiet, which is why he couldn't call her at night all the time and things like that. And she wanted him to just, check in and stuff because she acknowledged he couldn't be with her. So if you have all of that in text, then you know he's not single. So she's lying.
Felicia?
Yeah, I mean, it's just what we said. If you are married, if it's still legal, you're not divorced, you're still married. And I was even it reminded me just now, even that situation with like Alicia Keys. She started dating Swizz Beats, but he was separated and not married, but it was not okay. Now she's obviously had a whole different way that she approached it, and that just goes to show you, you know, how people look at things based on and how they would make their business public. But I think again, back to just a simple question, absolutely. If you are married on paper, you are not free to date or to be enter another relationship, in my opinion.
I believe this text message right here is damaging towards, not text message, this chat, this comment that she left, I believe is very damaging towards her. Because when you actually pay attention to it, it's literally telling the motives and intentions behind the invite. Notice what she said. She said, "I invited him to my fight when he was damn single." That let me know right there. First of all, you know he's not single, but let's just go along with that you believe he is because he into it with his wife, even if you see his wife with Easy the Block Captain. So you take it upon yourself to believe, well, I guess they not together. She out in public with Easy the Block Captain. Here's the thing. At this time, you're still talking to her as a friend. It was even months before this, like literally like when Remy bust them out, that came like 2 months after she had just was wishing Claressa Shields a happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday, quote champ, with kissy emoji faces. So when she make this statement and say, girl, I invited him to my fight and he was damn single, that right there let me know right there that this is very telling and damaging against her. Because what it actually shows is that this is the intent, that you only invited him out with the intent on wanting something to go further with him when you make that statement saying he's single. So you're believing that, well, Remy with Easy, so hell, I could be with him. So this is telling when it's coming from the woman who still at this time is smiley facing, sister girling, Netflix and oxtail receipt recipe getting, makeup telling, wardrobe fixing, mood boards arranging, going on with Remy Ma, all the while at the same time luring her husband into your damn bedroom. This is very telling right here because it actually shows, it's actually showing her motives and intention behind the invite by which she wanted to get him alone, believing he was single, to use Easy and Remy's situation as a means to manipulate, to actually put into his mind to lay down with her. Because I guarantee you that's what she was going to use in her to her benefit. Guarantee you. And like you said, that's why she brought that up on listen, you know it's crazy you just mentioned that and said that because she brought that up on numerous occasions. Remy got a man trying to impute that also in Papoose's head to continue to do what they doing together to make him feel a type of way, being reminded that Remy was dealing with Easy the Block Captain to keep him actually involved with her. Oh, remember she said this on the Breakfast Club? Remy happy. She happy with who she with. And the look that Papoose gave her, like, he gave her a look like.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's all a competition.
Like happy.
It's all a competition.
Look, the look he gave her when she said that Remy is happy with Easy, and me, the look he gave her, like, because you know damn well a husband don't want to hear that from a woman he's still in love with, a marriage he don't want to leave, an embarrassment he didn't want to be involved in, a woman who he's sitting with now trying to substitute the woman who he really in love with, who he don't want to be with, don't want to hear you trying to imply that my wife is more happier with Easy the Block Captain than she was with me. The way he looked at her when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh. Come on now. This text message is telling. This text message is literally telling on her. It's literally showing you that she wasn't Remy friend, was only using it to get close, to do what she doing, and her whole motive and intentions on inviting him out was to be sexually involved with him. And that's why she trying to justify what she did by trying to say he was single. Like, I knew when I invited him out, he was single. At the same time, sister girling with his wife. That's the shifty part about the things she do. What y'all think of that?
Yeah, as you were saying that, I was just thinking again about again the snake. And planting those seeds, and like we talked about last night, planting seeds, everything is a seed, but that's how the enemy work, right?
Mm-hmm.
She kept painting that picture to further divide the couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the more she kept feeding him, and because she knew in her heart what she's trying to do, that's pulling him further. And now he's, and like you say, whatever emotions he has for his wife, now it's like it's all muffled up, and you know, now he's in the competition. Well, she is doing it to me. You know, so now let me get on out here. You know, now two wrongs trying to make it justifiable, and it's never neither one of them was right. You know, he wasn't right for being over there with Easy, and he wasn't right. And like you said, now that's how the Satan work. He's planting that seed. He's setting the stage, you know, for the bigger kill, and that's to ultimately push him further and further away. You know, even in his wife's mind, right now she's looking at what he's doing. So it's all playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, and and this is the thing. Listen, I'm telling you, God is about to humble her before everybody to see, because like you said, you see the seed that the enemy is using. So notice what she's saying to Pap. She's saying to Pap, hey, she got other dudes. How a woman with two dudes mad at me because I got one? She's happy with Easy. Her and Easy is happy. She's saying it's in the company of Papoose, right? Literally, like you said, trying to play on his emotions to continue to get him to actually give in to her web of deception. At the same time, throwing out things to Remy, saying, yeah, he eat my coochie all the time. You know what I mean? It's like you're causing a wedge to continue to destroy, so there's no reconciliation.
Right.
None. And you throwing things out there to make Remy despise and hate him more, to not even consider the reconciliation. But yeah, you know, Pap wanted a boy. Pap always wanted a boy, so I'm gonna get him a boy. What? He got a son already. He already got a daughter. So now you literally pouring shade on the golden child to try to make it seem as though Pap wanted a boy, but he accepted the girl because she here, but he wanted a boy. So she said, so I'm going to give him the boy he wanted. Really? See what I mean? Yeah. Like that spirit that she's operating in, it's a murdering, hateful, deceiving, dividing spirit by which her sister just admitted it. She don't want to hear reason. You can't talk sense into her. When her mind is made up, her mind is made up, and she will not waver from it. And I'm keeping it real. It's kind of sad, man, because I hate the fact that she actually moved like this. I never thought she was this dirty like this. And it's just so obvious. She still don't get the picture. Like, wow, you don't see why things ain't working in your favor. And it's like in her mind, she creates a false imagery that's not, that she believes is there, that's not there. You hear her talk about it all the time. And it's nothing but cross-canceling. She's cross-canceling. She's canceling out the truth for the lie. And she's embracing it. And she's embracing it and actually willing to risk everything for it. Like, that's crazy to me. So when I was reading this, I'm like, wow, you don't even know, girl, you just told on yourself in this message. Like, you literally just told on yourself in this message. That's crazy. Let me go to something else. So the whole time, this was a setup. Shouts out to Boxing Ego, who actually really exposed this and brought this to the light. What it's actually showing how Claressa Shields, at the time of inviting Papoose out to the fight, she's still claiming being the fiance and having sex with Tony Rich, and got Tony Rich and Papoose together the same night. Like, literally together the same night. Scandalous. Let's listen to this a little bit.
Guo training with her fiance. And then 10 days before you allegedly met Papoose, he says he's trying to be half as great as his baby with heart eyes, Claressa Shields. So it definitely sounds like he was under the impression that y'all were still a couple. So what happened? Please explain. If my timeline don't make sense, explain what happened to him and when it happened. Because you're almost out of time. 10 days before, right? 10 days before you allegedly met Papoose, this man's calling you his baby and tagging you. Like, it's not like he just said your name and you didn't know, and he just like some crazy loony guy and he didn't tag you or you blocked him. Because you can't, if you're blocked, you wouldn't be able to tag him and have a hyperlink.
Right. For a woman who actually worships the internet, especially anytime her name is mentioned, love the attention of a comment from the least of a person, and will go there with you and will be in your inbox. So she definitely like she don't even see the mess she leave behind that's so easily to go back and get, to actually call her out on everything she's being called out on social media, which goes back to what we were talking about earlier, how I don't like when that lady not too long ago was trying to come out and say, yeah, Claressa Shields had sex with my husband too when I was working for her, like, and then she come back and say, well, I was lying, I only did that for the internet. Because no, I can't stand that. You don't have to make up lies for a messy woman like Claressa Shields, because it's already out here to be used. You could double back on everything that's already been said, everything that's been used. You don't have to do that. You don't have to lie and put bodies on her of being with multiple men when it's already proven that that's what she did. That's what she do. You don't have to accuse her of things you know she didn't do just to get attention, when it's more than enough out there that she's actually guilty of, by which it's already covered, that you can still use it. You can still use it. So because when you make up these lies about her, what you do is validate and substantiate certain things she say when she go on platforms that's interviewing her, and they could pull up clear lies that was said on her that wasn't true, to make people doubt the things that is being said about her true, to be doubtful. Like, nah, don't do stuff like that. You don't have to. But moving on.
Right.
So yeah, this whole, yeah, man, we just met exactly 2 years ago. This was our first time meeting in the first picture. It may have been your first picture, but I don't believe your timeline adds up. And like, why would come on, don't play with me. Why would a dude be like, this is my baby, and y'all were a known engaged couple, and he's helping you train for the fight, but then after that same fight, this dude Papoose was invited, which is this fight. Rissa.
Now, the thing about that picture, right? The thing about this picture here that's showing Papoose at the fight with Tony Rich at the same time. Claressa didn't even know that Papoose was actually going to actually show. I was trying to find that clip. It was either between who was that? It had to be, dang man, it had to be Nigeria. I'm pretty sure. I'm leaning towards Nigeria. It had to be Nigeria. But Nigeria said that, yeah, it was Nigeria. It was Nigeria. Nigeria basically was talking about this when she first met Papoose and things like that, because Nigeria was also there at that fight. And she the one that came and told Claressa Shields, she said, girl, he here. Papoose is here. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? And they was excited that he actually showed up type stuff.
I
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
That
Yeah.
was Nigeria, wasn't it?
Um, it was either her or Nene. I can't remember which one, but it was one
Well,
of
we
them.
know Nene don't speak out publicly. So that was Nigeria. Because again, it was during the time Nigeria was basically saying how Papoose started hating on her. Because I think somebody did. Yeah, it was. Because I think somebody was asking her. It probably was Hip Hop and Chill that was interviewing her. And they asked her when she first met Papoose, and do he talk to you? And then she started going into a story just basically saying we used to be cool. He told me he basically like how I hold Claressa Shields down, because then she started saying that once she confided in Claressa Shields privately about Papoose still messing around with Remy, she was assuming it was still going on. Claressa went behind her back and told Papoose what she said, and then Papoose started looking at her differently. Now wasn't speaking to her no more. She would have to initiate the conversation, and then you know what I mean. Claressa basically let it be known that Papoose told her basically to cut off Nigeria. Because remember, Nigeria said at first, she told Papoose, like, it seemed like you trying to cut off her friends who she close to, and Papoose said something to the nature, no, I ain't trying to cut off her friends or nothing like that. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all need to be holding her down, need to be supporting her. So yeah, so it was Nigeria, and Nigeria was saying that's when she met him too. The same day he attended the fight. It was her who came and told Claressa Shields that he had came. He was there. She was excited about it. She's like, oh girl, yeah, oh he here. He actually out there. Papoose is here. And then Claressa was like, shh, be quiet, girl, type stuff. And they was excited about it because she knew what her plans was going to be. But what makes this crazy is I'm gonna let Boxing Ego, shouts out to him. I'm gonna let him explain and break this down a little bit more of what went on, because he actually exposed this. So watch this. He got a whole breakdown on it. Y'all might not really be able to find it because it's not titled. This should have had its own title. This should have had its own title, because this entitled something different. Because we were trying to find it, me and Angel, and it was not. I was looking for things that may be close to this, but it's under a title called Claressa Shields Still Hating on Layla Ali. So you're not going to find this looking for a different title that may complement this. But this was on a live, and you know how like you be live, like this live he on is like it's 5 hours long actually. So the timestamp is at like 3 minutes and like not 3 minutes, 3 hours and like 10 minutes is where this started at. So you know I like sometimes you live and you just in the middle of a conversation, something just come up and you just, you know, we do that a lot over here. So anyway, this him breaking it down, right?
Your girl done. You're done. You should just shut up. So you invited him to the fight that this other ninja out here training you for. That was supposed to be your fiance. So much to the point where your fiance was at the fight too. This girl don't play fair, man.
Yeah,
she out here moving funny.
Foul. Very foul.
You forgot that I had this. Look.
See, right there. See, look at Tony Rich right there in the Splinter van with her. Right there in the Splinter van with her. Cozied up with her. Right beside her. And she made her bid to be right up under him. You know she not going to really do nothing like this, because remember, Tony Rich is a person she financially support and take care of too. This the stuff she like. This is what she's addicted to. She uses her money for manipulation and control. She uses her money for manipulation and control. Mm-hmm. That's why she don't mind Tony Rich being there, because guess what? I pay your bills.
Right.
I pay your bills. She don't mind. Look, she know. Look, what's crazy, she know Papoose on the way there, and she know her intentions on why she want him out there as her guest out of town, putting them up in the hotel. She know what she doing. and you so trifling on what you're doing. This is your fiance. You still wearing this man ring this very day. You still dealing with him sexually. But then now you want to use, look, she tried to make it seem as though when she started messing with Papoose, she wasn't messing with Tony Rich no more. When in reality, she never stopped messing with Tony Rich. That's why you don't hear Tony Rich coming out saying anything. You have figured that the ex will have something to say by now, saying that this been going on for 2 years and he was supposed to have been the one married to her and actually bought her a ring. For him not to have nothing to say about what Papoose doing, and he's a married man, your fiance left you for a married man, and you ain't got nothing to say. Nothing at all. Not nothing, not anything. You don't even want, look, you don't even want the money being offered to you. There's something wrong with that picture. Yeah. There's something wrong with that picture. You don't even want the money offered to you. I offered him $10,000 for an interview. He don't even want that. So that says something. That's very telling. What it's telling you is that he didn't even want my $10,000 because what he's getting from Claressa Shields is more than that. It's no coincidence that this man, at this time, they all still live in Detroit. Let's make that clear too. At this time, they all still live in Detroit. When she left Detroit and moved to Atlanta, she was so-called with Papoose. But it's no coincidence that Tony Rich up and moved to and go right to Atlanta too.
All right.
Really? Come on now. Really? We're not going to play them games. So you turning down $10,000 interviews. You up and move and go to Atlanta where she at too. Even though Papoose is publicly her so-called man. But you up and move to Atlanta where they at too? Come on, we not going to play these games. We know what that's about. We know what that's about. When you gone and doing your thing, we here doing our thing. That's what that's about. And he know not to say nothing because again, she's the one financially taking care of him. So he not gonna say nothing. He gonna start speaking up when she cut him off financially. Until then, you're not gonna hear nothing from Tony Rich. And when he did say something, he only said something when Shalita basically was saying that he was messing around with some other girl. And I think Claressa probably made him say something about that because he came out and basically tried to say, no, I didn't. I didn't mess with her. And that's all he said. And then go on. He said that statement live and then cut it off. Really? Really? Why would you care? You ain't on the internet anyway. Why would you care? What would make you want to clean that up like that? Come on, we're not going to play these games. Oh, my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let's listen to some more because I want to hear y'all perspective on this.
There's the fiance again. So why is he even there? If y'all had broken up, why he there in the back of your bus, your van, your Sprinter or whatever? If he's no longer a fiance, why is he there?
Right. Because one of the reasons why he there, because she didn't really know that Pap was actually going to take her up on an invite. So she had some people call it a third wheel. Tony was going to be there regardless. Once Papoose showed up, she was going to find a way to curve Tony, probably start a fight, make up some argument. However, she was going to find a way to ditch him and get rid of him. Okay?
He's the fall guy.
You say what, Angel?
I think Tony was the fall guy, similar to how she used Nene when with the Maserati Bud and Nene brought him over there. Nene this, Nene that. that was going to be what the purpose Tony served, in case, whispers start going because Papoose is there. If somebody found out she flew him out, if they seen them wherever they were going to be going after the fight, I think that Tony served that sole purpose. What? I was there with my dude, that kind of stuff. She was already on her next mission with that, but I think she was using him to serve a mission in case they got out.
And the crazy thing about it is she was still having sex with this man and still having sex with Papoose at the same time, and which was crazy, and still bought Maserati Bud in the picture. That's 3 dudes at one time. That's literally 3 dudes at one time, all with the same time frame. Like literally all with the time frame. From Tony Rich first to Papoose being added in the equation, why Tony Rich is there, to Maserati Bud coming in right after that a couple months later. Come on now. Like
who can make me a star? Who can make me a star? Maserati got movies for me and access to 50 who let me catch that, and nobody could beat me. That it's all a competition.
Yeah, what y'all think about that? That go right. Look, they can't get around. She can't get around receipts and dates. Can't get around receipts and dates. It's all literally right there. Like that's scandalous. What do you do? What do you do? Like for real? How do you get around stuff like this? That's scandalous. Come on, Felicia. Let me hear your input on what your sister just did. What you think about what your sister did?
It's a lot. It's a lot going on here. That's all I can say. But again, back to motive. Like clearly she was playing all sides. And as it was said, just trying to figure out what was gonna land in her favor. Because like you just stated, she didn't know if Papoose was coming. She's already in this relationship with this other gentleman. And like you said, the Maserati Buzz situation. So she just was really just trying to see, I think what she could get out of all the situations ultimately, but she's still, of course, holding on to Papoose now. But I just think, again, she just did a whole lot. It's just a whole lot going on here.
I just look at how she moved. Notice how she moved, though, right?
Yeah, real dirty.
And because she knows she the one paying the bills, you even see it with her and Papoose. There is nothing manly about Papoose when he with Claressa Shields. It looked like it's all control. It just looked like all control. It's like she lead everything. It's like it's just all control. Look, we saw it many times. Remember when she had on the makeup? I don't know if y'all familiar with that. When the red lipstick, and he was laughing, then she looked at him, she like, what you laughing for? What you think so funny about the matter of fact, I'm finna play it. I need to play. You got to see her control and how he freezes up when he taking her serious. It's like again, when you're being provided for, you got to be a chump in order to receive the benefit. You know what I mean? It's right. It's like if you had your own, you wouldn't be accepting the things that's going on as a result of having your own. But since you ain't got your own, you have to desensitize yourself and emasculate yourself as a man as a result of wanting to receive from this woman. Terrible. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna play this. Show you what I mean by this, what I'm saying.
Since when you cared about a red lip?
What?
Since when you cared about a red lip?
Can't acknowledge it? What's up?
What you acknowledging?
I see the red lipstick, baby. What's wrong?
What about it? I'm saying, what did you like about it?
Nice, baby.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
Just asking a question.
Oh, okay.
Since when you cared about a red lip?
What?
Since when you cared about a red lip?
Can't acknowledge it? What's up?
What you acknowledging?
I see you wearing lipstick, baby. What's wrong?
What about it? I'm saying, what did you like about it?
Nice, baby.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
Just asking a question.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean? See that? See how like she kept a straight face? You see how like he got the reading her, and then he like, what's wrong, baby? She like, since when you kept red lipstick? Like, what's he trying to laugh and she keeping a straight face of seriousness? It's like you have to, it's like her control of influence because she financially paid a bill by which he have to actually, he play a sucker role as a result of her financing him. But when you seen him with Remy, the role he looked, it was a masculine role. It was a role of authority and leadership by which she I'm trying to put this right. Because do you think it was more so him putting that on, or is more so she presented him that way? That's what I'm asking y'all.
Well, are you asking if he put on the mask or if Claressa presented?
I'm talking about with Remy, because with Claressa, we see how weak he looked with Claressa, but when he with Remy, it's a whole different representation of a man we get from him. When he with Remy, we get leadership, we get strong, we get like he stand on things, we get like, you know. But with Claressa, it's more of a sucker role. You get what I mean? Like, I'm gonna show you something else. This is what I mean. Let me show you something else. You can speak it while I'm getting this. I want you to see something while I get this.
Yeah, I think Miss Felicia was wanting to say something. Right, Miss Felicia.
No, I was just saying, it's back to what we're saying, the control, and like you say, this whole relationship, which is not a relationship, as you always say, it's just the dynamic is off, because if she's financing him, you know, he has to dance by her music most of the time, you know, so he knows that. And obviously with his wife of 20 years, it's a whole different dynamic anyway.
Right.
I think it's a couple of different things. One, I think Remy is a different type of woman while being the same kind of woman, if that makes sense. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Remy is lady enough to care about her image and what that means to the world, so to speak. And I think she cared enough about that relationship to not make him look weak for what that means to the marriage, because of what that meant about her. Does that make sense? And so she protected that image, I think, a lot, because it protected her image, if that makes sense.
Right.
She had enough sense to do that. Claressa
make a lot of sense. Go ahead, though.
Claressa doesn't. Claressa thinks that getting on here talking about he chose me, and you know, I got the Faith Evans on. What is that?
Terrible. Go ahead, though. You good.
Evans and you know, all the stuff she be talking about her money, her cars, all that stuff she talks about. He eat my stuff, all of that stuff that she do. She thinks that she cares more about being in competition with people and making people think she win than she truly cares about protecting the image of the relationship of the man. And so I think that is the difference between them.
Right. Let's go back to why Remy made this statement like this, because she actually saw signs of it too.
Weirdo. I'm really seeing try to, oh, you a girl. You a girl. Look at him. Emotional. Stop playing with me, sir.
You know what I mean? But then to go back here, right? To what I'm saying, how weak he present himself in the presence of Claressa Shields. Like, it's just a whole nother different stature of a man. Look at this.
Okay, now we have the man of the hour, my man Papoose. Baby, rate the food 1 through 10.
Listen, man, this food is amazing. The way you seasoned it,
Okay.
it was cooked perfectly.
Period.
Thank you, man. I need another plate.
You okay?
Yeah, great job.
But what 1 through 10?
I already told you it's an 11.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Never said that.
Okay, now we have the man of the hour, my man Papoose. Baby, rate the food 1 through 10.
Listen, man, this food is amazing. The way you seasoned it,
Okay.
it was cooked perfectly.
Period.
Thank you, man. I need another plate.
You okay?
Yeah, great job.
But what 1 through 10?
I already told you it's an 11.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay. So you see right here, just look weak. Just look weak. You get what I mean? Just like the lipstick. Angel, girl, if you don't, please take the batteries out that vibrator, please.
Oh, is it making that noise again?
Yes. Yeah. Break it or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, you see what I mean? We saw the lipstick. See how weak he looked right there.
Right.
Looking right here again. Hold on. This one right here is my favorite, right? Hold on. You got to see this one right here. This one right here is one of my favorites. Okay, let me play this one. Let me see that. Let me see. Let me bring you this one right here. Terrible. Let me see. I'll show you this part. This one right here is funny right here. I'll show y'all this one. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Oh, there you go.
It's the truth, man.
Hold on, wait. What the? See, I'm trying to find that clip by itself, but I'm gonna let it play with bro right here. Let me see. Make sure I got this. Okay, here you go. Let me see. Okay, here you go. This one right here. This the one right here. This. Okay, so here.
I told her.
Look at him. Okay, right there. Hold on, wait. Let me go back. When he come out the bathroom and hand her McDonald's. But talking about, look, I'm just talking about so rehearsed, so made up, so just so fake. Right. And it's like, why are y'all trying so hard to get people to like this when you see the backlash y'all getting? Like, it's not working. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. We don't think y'all cute. We don't think y'all make a good couple. Nobody like the outfits. Nobody like when y'all out on the town. Nobody like the vacations. Nobody like the shopping sprees. No matter what they try by which a couple that's accepted would be admired and complimented on, the people don't care, don't like it when it comes to these two. Why they not getting that? Why are you steady trying to force it? Like, nobody cares. It just looked terrible. It looked terrible. Nobody cares. This is crazy. This is just crazy to me, man. This is crazy to me, man. So what you think about that, though? He just looks so weak. He's just so weak when it comes to how he is with her, like crazy.
Yeah, his body language, like when he was eating the food, you know, it just looked real rehearsed. it's
terrible
and just robotic. Yeah.
Right. Chicago still said the same thing. They rehearsed that 10 times. Right.
Yeah.
So corny with how they rehearsed it, trying to make it look genuine. The man coming out of the bathroom with your damn McDonald's, like that's where the drive-through at in your damn bathroom. Like, that's crazy to me, man. Right. He came right out of the bathroom with the McDonald's. Like, come on, stop it. I only want my food when you coming out of the bathroom with it. Like, nah, you got to order it again. You got to take that back, sir. For real. Crazy. Yeah. Terrible. Oh, my gosh. Terrible. So there you have it, man. For me, like, it just seemed like from the very beginning, it was all a setup, man. This was a whole setup from the very beginning. That's what they clearly is showing me. Like, this was all a setup from the very beginning. She saw what was going on with the Easy to Block Captain thing. She made it her business to reach out to them both. She had every intentions on making it her business to cast her net, lure them in, and here we are today as a result of that. We saw all the stuff, like how she can't get around stuff like this, man. For real. So, with that being said, what y'all think?
Yeah, I definitely think that it was an agenda. She came in there with a plan, casting her net. I think the situation did just make it happen quicker, faster, and easier because while she reaching out to Pap with it, Pap was also giddy about accepting it because at that time he was on some revenge stuff. So, one said no, this one is already reaching out, so I'm doing this anyway. So
did you used to like him before all this came out?
I did. Mm-hmm.
What was it that you saw that made you like, nah, I can't do you no more? What was that? What was that? And I want y'all also in the comment too, all you ladies in the comment too, I want y'all to say what it was. What was y'all deal breaker with Papoose too? Because he did a lot. And I'm pretty sure y'all may come up with different things. So I'm asking you, Angel, to be a woman who once liked him. What was it that he did that made you say, no, I can't do him? What was that?
For me, it was his live that he did, his little 1 hour rant.
Oh, the lot you didn't like that? None of that?
No, because that told me a lot about him. And that I didn't know and I wasn't aware of. And I guess for me, it started there with losing respect from him in that video. And, once that respect started losing, I started looking at him differently. It made it easier for everything else that happened after for me to look at him through a different lens than probably what I would have done before.
What did he say in that live that made you not actually? What did he say in the live that made you just disagree with? Because for the most part, he was responding to her because she had already went live on him like twice. So when she did it twice, he was responding to her. So you said you didn't like when he did it, even though he was responding to her. So what was it in his live?
It made me look at him differently and understand him differently. And so, what I learned out of that live, what I never knew all these years, that Pap wasn't a leader. He was not a head of a household. He wasn't the man. So that made me have to look at the situation from a different viewpoint than what it would have just been. Oh my God, Remy is so wrong. It made me have to look at him because while he was trying to air out her laundry about all the adultery he didn't accept it and things and all of that, it made me look at him like it's no way.
So basically, you saying when he was exposing Remy on his live, it made you look at him differently because even though he called himself exposing Remy or responding to Remy, you saw a lack of leadership as a husband and leader.
As a husband, a black man, a leader, a head of household, it made me look at him differently. It made me know he was not that. It made me understand why the dynamics were happening, and it made me not have respect for him.
Okay. Give me an example of something he said that made you get from that live. Because I got to challenge you on that. You're gonna have to say something. Okay. Give me an example. Yeah, give me an example of something he said that made you just question him as a black man, a leader, and a husband.
The fact that your wife would tell you that she's going to sleep in the bed with her friend that just got out of prison, and he's like, "Oh, okay." I thought it was weird, but okay.
Right. Fact. And I wouldn't deal with that. Like, what? Why the hell you need to lay in the bed with her? That don't even sound right. Why the hell would you need to lay in the bed with her? Whatever y'all.
And then the next night, same thing. And then I was trying to get intimate. I was trying to get some, and she slipped out of it. And there is no real strong black head of household man.
Right.
That could ever have happened to. No. So some of those things that he was saying while he thought he was airing her out really made him look like, no. Nah. I understand.
Okay. I just wanted to call you out to make sure that you wasn't just saying something to sound good, but that you actually could defend your stance. So yeah, that make a lot of sense. A whole lot of sense. Felicia, what about you? At one time, did you like Papoose?
Well, his image on the Love and Hip Hop show, that was the time I thought he was okay. I can't say I was following him that deep at that time, but I did remember, them as a couple on there, and it seemed like he really loved his wife and all the things they were doing. But I think what would have turned my view of him is obviously the way he walked away from his family, the way he, started letting this woman control him, and now as we're saying, we're looking at the fact that his money, is probably the motive and all the things that he's just doing to just stay in that way and in that lane just to get whatever he's getting out of it. But obviously not in love with her at all, So I just think, when you saw him with his daughter not too long ago, he loves his daughter. You could tell he wants, it's something missing in his life, but at the same time, he's not willing to, get back there. So that's what I'm looking at now.
So you lost respect for him when it seemed like he didn't fight hard enough for his family.
Correct. Yeah, because he still has a young daughter, He has older children, but he still has his young daughter. And like I said, you could just see it was a whole different, his whole demeanor with his daughter.
Yeah, because I can't even take when he was basically trying to say Remy basically was putting them out, because that's a weak way to put somebody out, asking them to leave. Asking a person to leave is a weak way to put somebody out. Because I know women who don't want you there. Okay, trust me. It just says, trust me. I know women who don't really want you there. Okay, so we're not gonna play them games. Okay, some of the people said this. This was some of their responses on what it was about Papoose that made them just don't like him no more. So Jacqueline said this: pawning her jewelry and not working. Rod said he just a scrub. Sugar and Spice said it was when I heard him actually talk. It irritated me. Then I thought maybe Remy was with him other than his brains. Pisces said when he committed adultery. Okay, hold on. Michael Dave said it was when he said he caught Remy having sex with another woman on the bed with the golden child right there next to them, and he did nothing. I can see that. Pap said her house. Well, no, let me see. Let me see. Fancy says it was when I realized how slow Claressa Shields is, and the fact that he could even entertain that. Breezy said him saying Remy was constantly mad about Claressa. That was proof that's something he fed to Claressa Shields. Okay. How you doing, Queen Ja? He portrayed himself to be a man of honor who doesn't do the internet drama and did the complete opposite. Facts. That is true. He's like, yeah, I don't do the internet. And ever since you've been with Claressa Shields, all you've been doing is the damn internet. Got you looking crazy. You're keeping it real. So yeah, I can see that. Gina said he wasn't never the head. If Remy is always the provider, and why was it so easy to give up on his family? Same thing you just said. The real shopaholic said, I lost respect for him when he act like he couldn't control Claressa. Okay. So those are women feelings based upon what they think about him now and how it is. Personally, I believe all along this was a setup. I believe that she actually is reaping the benefits of it, as far as like what comes with the mess that she made, because it definitely destroyed her, and it actually hurt her in every area of her life. I'm with you, Angel, to the point where, because she's a narcissist, if she is really a narcissist, she won't come out of it. She's not going to fix the situation. She's going to go down with the ship. And this is exactly what you're seeing, what's happening here. Because if she was a woman of response, if she was a woman of changing, if she was a woman of regret, if she was a woman of repentance, there is no way you continue to stay in this situation, seeing how it is hurting you, seeing how you're not benefiting from it, seeing how it is hindering you in every aspect of your life. And the only thing you got to actually be looking forward to is having sex with your damn friend's husband. Like, man, do you really find yourself this obsessive with this woman that this is what you willing to go through just because you thinking you actually hurting her or proving some type of point, at the same time damaging yourself? Because that's what I see in this situation. I really can't respect this woman as a woman. I I really can't, because I figure any woman with sense, with any sense, first, you wouldn't even be involved in this. But let's just say you did end up entertaining it and it happened. Like sometimes it does happen. But damn, when do you actually see, like, look, I got to get up out of this. This is not helping me. And it's costing me more than what I really can afford, if you really just think about it. So I don't know, man. I wanted so much better for this woman. I just don't see a real woman actually just standing there. For real. Would you stay there, Felicia? Like, if you Felicia, let me ask you this question. Let's say you was head over heels madly in love with him. Do you think you can get up out of it?
Yeah, I think you have to get to the
You
point.
can't get out of it.
Yes,
we're
you
not
can.
gonna play. You can't. You was madly in love, head over heels with him. You think you would get up out of it?
Well, again, it goes back to, like you say, and I think we started out with this about our faith and how we look at life. You know, sometimes you have to relent and go and abandon, you
Right.
know, because of the fact that it's definitely a situation where what is it going to cost me in the long run? And I think that's the problem she's not addressing. You know, a lot of times we look at things in the immediate moment, but obviously we're all looking at this ship about to sink. There is no good that's going to come out of being with a married man and all the other relationships and all the things that she's doing dirty. Because
yeah, but could you get out? Why you avoiding my thing? Could you get out of it?
I think I could. You know,
what would you do to get out of it? What would you do to get out?
Well, I would just have to cut him off.
What if he ain't willing to leave?
Yeah, it's been enough time involved. You know, it's been enough carnage. It's been enough, you know, negativity. I mean, even just with what we're looking at now, you talk about it all the time, all the bloggers, no one is in her corner. It's just almost like, what is it going to take? You know, and for me, you know, that would be, it's like all the signs are there. You know, this is going nowhere.
Yeah, but do you believe that he gonna let her go that easy, knowing that she the one that's actually paying the bill?
Well, if she's in control, you know, I just feel like she has the power, right? We've been talking about all evening. She's in control of the money, and that's really what's controlling him.
But you would really get out if you was madly in love, head over heels. You would get out.
I would, because again, at some point, as a woman, and like you said, I can only think about my experience. But you know, as a woman, you have to get out. You have to go. You know, because this is going to cause her demise. At this point, we already see she's pretty much has lost everything right now.
But the thing about a lot of women is when they madly in love, head over heels with somebody, they stay longer than they should when they know that person is no good for them.
Yeah, I agree.
So could you really leave?
You can. I just feel like,
again, would you really leave?
Yes, I would. I think the temperament. Every woman has to have a fun, you know, just like a ending point, or a point that they just know themselves enough. But like at the same time, like I said, she don't care about herself. We clearly see she has no esteem. She has no filter. She has no way to monitor, you know, a blueprint of what, because she's doing everything wrong, and she's done everything wrong, and it's almost like she's just on this fixation. I'm going to continue this way. But for me, you know, I would not be able to continue like that personally.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, for the most part, even if I was madly in love, head over heels,
right,
I have to be wise enough to see how this is hurting me,
right,
and how it's not being accepted by social media to the point that that's bringing too much embarrassment and shame upon both of us. So even if I'm going to let's just say I'm still going to deal with you, I ain't putting it on the internet no more. The internet won't know about it, okay? The internet won't know about it. I ain't uploading us out. I ain't doing none of that no more. The internet won't know about it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, why the common sense don't kick in for her? Like, girl, you see you get more dislikes than like. You see you got so much and so many people that's against what's going on. Why do you continue to antagonize? Why do you continue to provoke when it's not working in your favor? Like, you would figure they both would be smart enough to stop doing that. Like, listen,
right.
I don't have to personally upload for the internet for me to, I could do, we got phones. I don't have to show people how I celebrate you or how I, you know what I mean, care about you, or y'all, they believe in they doing it gonna make people accept it. No matter what they do, it's not being accepted. So why continue to put it up? Why continue to upload it? Why continue to do that to y'all self when you seeing the harm it's causing y'all? Like, why neither one of them is smart enough to check that?
Well, it goes back. So the question was, if I was madly in love with him, but the reality is maybe they're not in love with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, none of this is love. You know, none of this is representing what real love would be.
Right.
There is no commitment, you know, to, there's no, right. He's married. At the end of the day, he's married.
Right.
And he's still in love, I believe, with his wife. You know, there's some love there. So at the end of the day, if, you know, because we talked about earlier, you know, all of the motives and her casting her net and, you know, wanting the fame, and, you know, and that's another reason why she won't get off the internet, because I believe she still is hoping somehow she's going to salvage her career in some way, you know, or she's so desperate right now to just do that in whatever way she can.
Yeah, I see that. But it goes right back to what we've been talking about too. Like I don't think that they good for each other at all. And we have seen them on numerous occasions continue to like embarrass each other. Like, the embarrassment they put upon each other ain't funny, man. Oh my gosh. The things that they have exposed each other on accidentally, not even trying to do it purposely. That's when you know it's crazy. That y'all could actually expose yourself accidentally, not even trying to. That's when you really, really know like something is wrong with them in that situation, man.
Right. This is not love. What they're doing is not love.
Not at all. Not at all. In no type of way. I'm trying to tell you. It's definitely not love. Especially when you see, look, and that's another thing I don't respect about Papoose neither. Again, I don't really blame him. Well, I don't really hold him responsible for the intentions and motives of that Claressa Shields did when actually what she did. But when you see as a man, like, man, I just see him trying to survive any way he can. He trying to stay afloat to survive any way he can. That's what I'm seeing when it comes to him, man. It's like he like, man, I know this wrong, but again, it goes against everything he tried to make himself seem to be for the people. He always try to think he talking this pro-black, respect our queens and our black sisters, and you know, black power. But bro, come on, man. Like, you been with Claressa Shields, all that went out of the window. All that went out of the window. You don't. That's the part that made me not respect him. That I think that was more than anything. How he accused this, you know, not accused, but how he was confronting his wife on committing adultery and literally saying that what she was doing was wrong so that she could be disliked as a result of it. And it definitely happened that way. And then you go around and do the same exact thing. When he acknowledged that it was a sin against God, he acknowledged that it was wrong before God, then you go do it your damn self. Like, come on, man, stop with these guys. See, it's stuff like that I don't respect and honor about him at all. Right. Remember, he tried to use that against 50 Cent. Like, y'all see how 50 Cent disrespecting the sister? You see how 50 Cent during our Black Queens, when he was talking about how 50 was basically calling Claressa Shields ugly and things like that. He shouldn't say that about Black women. He shouldn't say that about a Black queen, even though he was just talking about Claressa Shields. But what's crazy about him trying to call 50 Cent out on that, he made it seem like he respect Black women, like you respect Black queens. How? And you deliberately got this girl involved in adultery that you know you shouldn't be doing when you the one that's married. See, that's the thing. Claressa not married, you married. Claressa didn't sign the contract, you did. Claressa ain't got no kids, you do. You get what I mean? So it's like you sold all that out because you ain't man enough to get your own. That's what he did it for. Because you ain't man enough to get your own. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
And that's what it is. You know what I mean? He sold out. He sold out his so-called principle. I don't believe he ever had it. I think it was all made up. Because even though this been going on for 2 years, he still ain't trying to change it. He still ain't trying to fix it. He still ain't trying to do wrong. He don't see nothing wrong with being in adultery. He don't see nothing wrong with being here. He hearing the backlash. He hearing the embarrassment. He's seeing it. He's seeing how him being with her had literally destroyed this woman. He literally see that. And still like, so I'm getting some money out this. I ain't going nowhere. I don't care if this hurt her career. I don't care if this hurt her sponsorship. I don't care if this hurt her fan base. I don't care if women don't like this. I'm staying right here. And he thinking because he called it love, it should be accepted. This ain't love. We know the definition of love. The Bible say God is love. This ain't of God. The Bible say every good and perfect gift come from above. Ain't nothing good and perfect about this. We ain't finna play them games, but they think they could throw that out there and it should be accepted because they calling it love. This ain't love. We're not finna play these games. So yeah, it was that right there by which it made me lose respect for him like that, because I can't stand that fake stuff. Stop being so fake, okay? Stop trying to come with this pro-Black, respect the Black queen, and you got this woman literally in adultery. You literally got this woman in adultery. She look, you hear this woman basically claiming she a so-called Christian. You like, come on with these games, man. Nah, I don't respect dude. I don't. Not at all. Not at all. So, with that being said, Queen Ja said this: I lost respect for him when I found out he doesn't believe in God. Right, he don't. Papoose, for a lot of people who don't know, Papoose is a third. He's a 3%, a 5%er. They call 5%er. He's a 5%er. He's against Jesus Christ, right? He think he's God himself. He called himself God. So they do what is called Christ replacement. They remove Jesus Christ and put themselves in Jesus Christ's position, and then they worship the God of themselves. They worship the God of themselves and call themselves the ones who actually know the truth. That's what it means when they say they the 5%ers. They are the 5% people in the world who know the real truth. And that go to show you he don't know the damn truth at all when you rejecting Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, who made and created everybody and died on the cross for your sins, when you know you are a sinner and you can't pay the sin that is required for forgiveness. So how you smart? How you smart, Mr. 5%er, when you a walking contradiction to the very thing you claiming to be, and you won't deny you a sinner, which means you owe a debt that you can't pay. That's what it means when we acknowledge we sinners. Nobody could say they is without sin. Well, since you know you got sin, you owe a debt, but you owe a debt that you cannot pay because what it requires, you already guilty of. Righteousness. Righteousness. You already guilty of it. So how you gonna pay it if you already guilty of it? You know what I mean? So yes, I'm with you, Queen Ja. And it was that very thing, because he went against God. Look, he lost his family. He don't have the woman he in love with because he allowed her to be his God. And since you allow her to be your God, then you lost sight of the true God, by which you don't even have that no more. That's how it works. Stacy Mathis, put up 2 fingers so I can know you real. Okay, thank you, sis. Now you can cut your camera off if you want to. You know how to do it? I can see you know how to do it. Just click the camera. There you go.
Cool.
Hey, welcome to the platform, sis. How you feeling?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, what's on your mind, love?
So check this out. I started losing respect for Pat in the very beginning, right? When everybody was dogging Remy out, and everybody was on his side. His reputation was still intact. Okay, everybody knows I don't do this. Everybody knows I don't do this. Okay, then when she got the receipts from Claressa, she exposed them. Things started changing. That's when he told Remy. That's when Remy told him get out. Right at that point, when he got out, he was trying to attach himself to Claressa. They were smiling. They were laughing. Getting along. Because he didn't have no place else to go. When he was on that live, people know I don't do this. After Remy had exposed him for gambling and doing this and doing that, he said, she's lying. She's lying. But I did have a little gambling problem. Everything that she said, he said. It was a little something. It was a little this. He's back in the 90s. He acts like he's back in 1999. And he's a 5% and he doesn't believe in God. And to me, he's just a bum. He's just a bum and he's ruining that girl's life. And I think she's so silly. I think she's so silly. And I think he needs to grow up and be a doggone man. I can't hear you. Oh.
I ain't say nothing, so I'm saying it. So Stacy, what don't you like about the Claressa Shields and Papoose situation? What don't you like about it? Yeah, what don't you like about it?
It's adulterous. That's number one. It's not cute at all. He's using her. Okay, I don't like her attitude. I don't like the way she bullies. I don't like how she talks to people. She has to go back and forth with every single body. He's so corny. The other day, she was like, Pap, I think you did it when he did a surprise thing on her live. Like that was a big deal. Nobody cares about that. I just think they're both jokes. I think they're both immature. They're kids. They're not independent at all. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't. Most of all, I'm a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? That is not cute. It's not cute.
So you don't buy when Papoose be saying respect our Black women and our Black queens.
Absolutely not. That's a game. Absolutely not.
Why you don't think that's the right thing to say and do?
It's the right thing. It's the right thing to do. But he don't need. Come on now. He don't mean that.
You don't think he do that? You don't think he mean that?
Absolutely not. No, he doesn't mean it. He's back in the 90s, peace God and all that other stuff like that. The interview with he sounded so stupid. He doesn't know how to talk. He gets mixed up in his words. He lies. Anybody with common sense know that man is lying. Anybody with common sense know that he's back in 1999. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know what to do with himself. She's following after him because I believe she thinks he got Remy where she was. Where Remy was, but he's a bum, yo. And now he doesn't know what to attach to because he doesn't have anything. When Remy went to prison, he was holding her down, so to speak. So was 50 Cent helping her out, right? But he spent all her money. She came home to nothing. He didn't invest it. She didn't come home to a business. She didn't come home to nothing. He just spent it. Lyricist, he can't make a hit. He needs to find something else to do.
Did you ever used to like him?
Nope.
You never liked him.
I'll tell you this. I didn't like him or dislike him, but I liked Remy. Does that make sense? I didn't like him or dislike him.
Well, that's the highlight of his whole career. his highlight of his career is that he's Remy Ma's husband.
Yeah.
That's his popularity.
And then on Love and Hip Hop, I was just like, have a baby, telling her to come home. He held me down. I held her down. I held her. You didn't hold nothing down. She came home fighting the baby mama. He had a baby on her. Everybody had an apartment, and he was broke. She had to start all over again, Love and Hip Hop. Then the song with Fat
You don't
Joe.
think he held her down at all?
Listen, he
like
went to
for real.
see her. He went to see her every day. She had to tell him, "Come on now, chill. Stop coming to see me every day." He got an apartment with her money over by the jail, right? But you still effing somebody else. You're still making kids somebody else. You're still paying rent over here to somebody else, spending her money. You understand? He did it because he felt like he had to do it. Now, rumor has it, I don't know because it's a rumor, that she really went to jail because he was cheating on her with some girl. I don't know if that's true or not. $1,000, she shot the girl, whatever. Okay, that was nice, but she can't pay him back for the rest of her life and let him treat her any kind of way because he went to see her every single day.
If it was over money, then why would it be over a girl he was messing with? If she went to jail because he was messing around with a girl, then why would it be that she went to jail over money? That's how it's actually. You know, they had a trial, right?
Okay.
She went to trial. She lost trials. She didn't take a plea. That meant that it was a whole trial. So if it was about a woman who he was having sex with, that would have came out in the trial.
All right, so that was just rumor then. That was just hearsay.
That's the part I don't like about these stories right here, because you don't have to lie. It's so much mess in it. You don't have to make nothing up. It's enough. It's enough to go on. You know what I mean, sis? It's enough to go on. You don't have to make up these lies and put them with different bodies and different women, and you don't have to make up the lie. It's enough to go on that's already out here.
And why you think you owe me a lie? You know, when Claressa Shields, I was watching a movie, I was telling my man, "Oh my God, I love her," and then all of a sudden, I was like, "Who is this?" Immediately, I said, "She needs to be humbled. What is wrong with her?" I listened to a tape of her. Another content creator had this little where she was doing like this little documentary diary thing, and she sounds the same. She's a good storyteller, I tell you that. She was a good storyteller. It sounded good. It could be a little documentary, but she's 10 times that now. Same personality, but 10 times that now. 10 times that now. He doesn't care, and I think that's because he's getting a penny from it. And I think One Records is about to fall apart too, because you know the man is a nurse. That place it's nothing. It's nothing. I just feel sorry for her. She needs to get mental. She needs mental help.
Okay. So had you liked Claressa Shields before she started messing with Papoose?
I didn't know her.
Okay.
Until Papoose in the Remy situation.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing she don't be getting. Like, girl, people really didn't even know you till the scandal came out. What are you talking about?
Right. Although she was a 2-time Olympic winner, I didn't know that. I didn't care. But the movie had come out.
Did you even see the movie?
I did. It was.
I didn't like it at all.
You didn't?
No.
I thought it was cute. I thought, what did she go through that maybe somebody else didn't go? Oh, these hard times, these struggles. Okay, we all had them. I don't see anything so struggling that she went through besides the molestation, if that's even true, that nobody else went through. You know, we all struggled for our goals to get where we are, and you know, everybody has a story.
Especially when you're black, huh? That's the struggle for the majority of black people. Growing up without a father, being in poverty, ain't it?
And you know what? I hate when, and that's true. I hate when we start off with, I didn't have a mom, I didn't have a father, and I grew up in the slums. How many times are we gonna hear this? Oh, so what? So what? You know,
yeah, when you become grown, you can't really use them excuses no more. When you at an age of accountability where you decide who you allow in your home, who you allow your inner circle to be, you can't keep using excuses on things that was out of your control when you was younger and couldn't fend for yourself. Once you become an adult, you can't use them excuses no more. In fact, being an adult should make you use those things to make you stay on track to not go back to them things. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So I hate when things start out like that. I mean, who doesn't have a story? You know, Claressa reminds me of like a 19-year-old, and her mom just let her loose and she's in the street and she don't know how to act. That's what she reminds me of. She has no couth, no class. She's just all around disgusting. And you know what? It's getting to the point where I'm expressing this to you, but I can't even watch it every day because I don't want my energy there. You know what I'm saying? I just think she's disgusting. I don't want to look at somebody every day. And Papoose should know better.
Why do you think she put it out there every day? Though? Why does she make it her business go live all the time, to upload them all the time? Why do they do that when they seeing the backlash they getting of the people not wanting it? Why they keep doing it? It's like they want to be the topic of the internet. Like, again, here's the thing that's crazy. We have had this, we have heard the saying when it says all promotion is good promotion. But you know what's crazy? I never seen that work for them. Like that's actually was considered to be a true saying. But it's not that when it comes to their case. Like, the promotion they get don't benefit them at all. It actually hurts them.
Well, I think it benefits them, and I think that this is.
I need to hear how you think that this benefits them.
Well, this is the thing. You know, I think she's broke. I don't think she wants to box anymore. So she's not really getting no money. That means he's not getting no money. She can do get a refund basically, but she knows how she's acting. I'm gonna give her credit for this, her authenticity. She does not care. She loves getting on the internet, fighting with me, fighting with this one, threatening the bloggers. She loves it, and she makes money for it. She makes money from it. He makes a little change, not as much as if she was boxing. So that's her money maker. This is her money maker right now. She doesn't have anything else, so she continues to do it. She's been trending for how long now? How many years?
Yeah, but it's not a money maker for her. She losing more than what she would have gained if she wasn't involved in it. We see her right now. We see her right now begging for sponsorship. She would have top dollars if she wasn't in this adulterous affair. This adulterous affair is hurting. If you got to depend on YouTube and Snapchat to get, and we see her views. She ain't getting views on these channels where it's actually
where it was. That's right.
Yeah,
it's all she has.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But it's not generating financially for her like that. Not at all. No, I know. I'm a content creator. I know. I can look at the numbers. Y'all know the numbers. I can look at her numbers and tell. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. This is how this internet works. For every 100,000 views you do on YouTube, every 100,000, you get $1,000. You get like 10%.
100,000, 1,000?
If you do 100,000 views.
Oh, views.
100,000 views.
I got you.
You're going to get somewhere around like close to $1,000 or $1,000. That's what you're going to get if you do 100,000 views.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not making money for her like that because she don't do views like that. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Channels like ours, we'll make more money than her because people actually like us. You get what I mean? Yeah. They like us, like they like us to cover her story on what's going on with her. You know what I mean? Yeah, but when it comes to her, they don't like her. So she don't do numbers like that.
I don't go to her channel. I'm not even subscribed to her channel. And if I look at a video, I don't even want to watch the whole video so she won't get credit for it. But I like you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You don't have to thank me. It's the truth. I like you because like you get on her ass. You break it down. It's stuff that I would want to say out of my mouth. And then the Gartney thing is like you be hitting it right on the nose. And then you're neutral. You know what I'm saying? And you're neutral. And then you put it together. You're like, girl, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And that you just want to look at her and go, what the F is you doing with that thing?
So Stacey, let me ask you this.
Look at my face. What is he? doing? That's you. What is you doing? You just want to look at it and go, what is you doing? You know.
Can you tell when the gavel coming out? Can you tell when that's finna
Yes,
come?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
you
I
be
think
like, it's finna
sometimes you
come. What?
almost forget it. I think
You got here
sometimes
it
you
comes.
almost forget.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you the question though, Stacey. So
Mm.
today we were talking about Claressa Shields was setting Remy and Papoose up from the beginning. I don't know how much of the show you watched this evening.
I watched it and I'm coming back in. I didn't watch the whole thing. But go
Okay,
ahead.
so what do you think about this when it actually showed that the first contact, for the most part, we know about was in 2022, that she reached out to both Remy and Pap when she saw the controversy that was taking place between Easy the Black Captain, Remy, and Pap? It's like she took it upon herself to use that situation to her advantage to get in to start working on them. What do you think about that?
So what I think about that is okay. So what I think about that, I don't think it was 2022 personally. Okay, Remy and Papoose were breaking up, but he was still in the house. She held it down. She didn't say anything. Okay.
Do you really believe they was? I don't think they were breaking up, but go ahead.
Well, he was still in the house. She wanted a divorce. She wanted a divorce. He knew it. They weren't sleeping in the same room, but they were just
You believe she wanted a divorce? I don't
do.
believe that part. Then
Look
why
at
would they
her
go into
now.
therapy? Then why would they go into therapy for?
That's why she didn't throw him out until she saw the texts from Claressa. She was trying to work it out. She was trying to hold on. But she let him know, look, I'm not with this. You're not doing nothing. You gambling. You taking my money that I pay you and you're not paying no bills. I mean, come on. You laying on the couch. Everything is missing. My jewelry. Who wants that? So she came to her senses. I can't do this no more. I can't pay him back for the rest of my life. They had that conversation. He still wouldn't make no moves. Okay. So they're not sleeping together. You understand? Then boom, here comes Claressa. He didn't want Claressa. He didn't want her.
He
Did
definitely
not want
didn't.
Claressa.
He definitely didn't.
He did not want her. She's like, she was like Keith Sweat begging. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't care if he was married. So I don't want to hear none of that. And when those text messages came out and Remy found out, because the question was, what do I think? Listen, I think it's wacko. In my mind, I'm like, did she want both of them? Did she want to F Remy and him? Like, what's going on? Was she talking to Remy to see what he was doing all the time? That is creepy. I don't know how to really put that into context. But listen, there are a lot of women out there that F your man and smile right in your face. You understand what I'm saying? But Remy was so nice to her. Remy was trying to be a genuine friend. When it came out that Remy was seeing Easy the Block Captain, nobody even knew about them. You understand? I think that they met each other at that fight in 2020, and they were dingling and dabbling then.
What fight? You can't put them at a fight at 2020 if it wasn't a fight in 2020. The fight
in 2020.
Yeah, but in order to put them at a fight at 2020, it got to be a fight in 2020 that they both was at.
Yeah, that fight. Maybe I got the date wrong.
That wasn't it. That wasn't in 2020.
Okay, so
yeah.
I could be wrong.
The fight was in 2024.
So you really
that's where it's at right there. That's what's on the screen right there.
Okay. I think they were seeing each other before that. I'm gonna put it like that. What happened in 2022 then?
2022 is when she slid in both Remy Ma and Papoose inbox.
Okay, and so she slid in both their inboxes, yes. Right? Now,
when she saw the scandal happening on the internet of the Easy the Block Captain situation,
and that's when she was like.
That's when she started doing her witchcraft. That's when she started. That's why I call it witchcraft. I call it Satanism. She saw what was happening, and she seen an opportunity, and she took it upon herself to use it to her advantage. That's witchcraft to me. Where you seeing two married couples who been together for all those years. You see them having a fallout on the internet, but 9 times out of 10, for the most part, if you've been together that long like they have, They're not gonna just leave and break up just like that in one day, even though the internet is exploding on it right now. You know that. But what you do is try to make sure they stay divided by working your magic. That right there is so evil to me.
So it absolutely is. She's so dark. There's nothing like I don't see no light there at all. It has a lot to do, I guess, how she was raised. She's so dark, and I really think she's capable of anything, and I am not playing. We take things like this lightly. I think that girl is capable of anything, given the opportunity, given the space to do so. I think, listen, I don't take that copying Remy is driving me crazy. It's like I think Remy needs to get a restraining order. And the fact that Pat continues to let her do that, I think he's egging her on to do it. I think the whole thing is just a mess. I think Remy needs to get a restraining order. And I think they're on the verge of not being together, those two, because I don't think neither one of them like each other now, Pat or Claressa. I don't know, but hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, I don't think that I know Pat definitely doesn't like her. I don't think they get as much. What do you think about Win Record? Do you think that she's going places with them? She didn't get a whole $8 million, and I think she's broke.
Now, I don't think she got the $8 million at all. I think you know when she says she got a $3 million bonus, and then if you look at her what her contract is, her contract is like a lot of crazy stuff, right? Her contract is a lot of crazy stuff. Let me tell you what I mean. So her contract is, I got a $3 million bonus, but my contract I could actually get $15 million. See, I got a $3 million bonus, but I got an $8 million guaranteed contract for 4 fights, but it could actually go up to $15 million. This is what I believe. First of all, that's a terrible contract because professional sports contracts don't go like that. Contracts ain't even structured and built like that. But here's what I believe. I believe she probably did get a $3 million contract. I believe that's what that contract was. It was a $3 million contract. I believe, however, it could get up to those numbers if proven that her stock was actually there to do that. Like, I believe that it could go up to maybe 8 or 15 million if they did a fight and the numbers showed that it had the potential to gross that. But when they seen that it didn't have the potential to gross that, you don't earn that. So I believe they gave her the $3 million for the 4 fights, which actually sound reasonable based upon what she can generate. $3 million for 4 fights. But if it was proven that her stock could grow during those fights, by which it could accumulate more, she could get 8 or 15 million. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all.
She's the part they probably believed that she could do it, because Papoose's whole attitude was different back then, and realizing she's a bug, she's crazy. And I think they finally realized ain't nothing happening. Can I ask you one more question and then I'm gonna go? Why do you think that the Win Records guy, Khadija's father, is not like speaking for her?
Because it do better not to say nothing. It do better. It's career suicide to speak on behalf of somebody who's hated on social media. You have to be smart enough to know that. That's why I believe. I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Okay.
When Rihanna put that statement up about her, but that was actually a disrespectful statement. She just thought it was a compliment when she basically was saying, I'm crazy about ASAP Rocky, like she is when it comes to Pap, but she don't even know what that means. Like a woman of Rihanna's stature, people didn't like the fact that she tied herself into a bad boy like ASAP Rocky. They believe that it was hurt her value, her reputation, but yet she with him anyway. You know what I mean? So that's basically what she was saying. Like, I know being with him hurt who I am, or you know, the potential of what I'm supposed to be, but I don't care. I'm so crazy about it, I don't care. So that was the same thing she was saying in Claressa Shields' situation. Being with Papoose hurt you as a person who's have this sense of respect you should have by being the GWOAT, the greatest woman of all time champion you self-proclaim to be. This affair don't help that situation in no type of way. And that's why when Claressa took that as a compliment and tried to retweet it to put it out there, she took that post down. She didn't want herself aligned with Claressa Shields' name.
She's a groupie.
Seeing the hate and backlash she getting. So I believe that's the same thing when it comes to anybody a reputation or respect, that you want to be careful tying your name into a person who's hated on the internet, because you can also get that same hate as a result of being in communication with her. So I believe that's why a lot of people don't really do it.
Okay, I get it. Listen, guys, it was nice chatting with you. I enjoyed y'all tonight.
You too. I enjoy you too. I appreciate it.
And y'all have a good night, okay?
You too. And God bless you. And I'm 3 hours in.